Whatever it takes. The Hollywood.
Work is on its way, boy.
Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the street.
I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Lay down on the back blocks till I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks till I died in the streets. Body's on my conscience, and I won't let it. Paranoia taking over, I won't let it. Out your right mind, you won't sober. Know the streets took a toll on you, but you a soldier. This shit I seen too many times before. Drugs taking over, they won't let them go. They make a wrong move, fuck it, we gon' let it blow. He just let me know that niggas' minds ain't right. Only killing for protection. My young niggas got obsessions. For that clout, they gon' press him. Consumed by the hate, another snake that's gon' bless him. He's supposed to be your brother, but he's screaming out that slime shit. Got a blood oath with my family, that's my tie. Y'all put your faith in me, and now we got it, we gon' all shine. And that's my word to the streets. 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 That's my word, yeah. I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Lay down on the back blocks till I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks till I died in the streets.
Father God, first I ask for forgiveness. I ask that you look past our times that we have fell short. Father God, for our ones who do not know your love, Father God, I know that is my purpose, to be a lighthouse in your grace. Wherever you lead my steps, whatever obstacle or hardships to come, I pray that you give us strength in the face of the enemy. Father God, thank you for listening to my soul. Amen.
I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks till I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks till I died in the streets.
Now we on the beats with Shabanger.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Lie better, little baby, better lie better. You playing the other side on God out. Trendsetter, no talking, I did better. They watching my moves, flying my moves. I did let up, I kept it aside. Niggas get shifty, I dead something, I'm moving around. Gotta get to it, this bread, something they want me to drown. Remember they told me I was nothing, I've been through some things. On God, baby, I can't front it. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Do better, you said that you do better. These niggas playing at 50, I really got moved better. I got these on my block, I can't play round. I position with my life, I can't play round. We gon' get it back in blood if they stay round. Know them niggas off the drugs, they gon' lay down. I was love, you put me right in the middle. That niggas that screaming gang and niggas that wanna kill you. They got feelings from the past, pay attention. They only sending shots cause these niggas want attention. Won't be no RIP, heli in the mention. Put threats on my name, made me turn them to a pension. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Probably for the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Probably for the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Probably for the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them soft.
Whatever it takes. Exactly.
Right, this shit crazy.
Feel nothing at all. For my pain, it don't feel nothing at all. Yeah. Yeah, for my pain, it don't feel nothing at all. For these niggas, nah, ain't nothing but God. I had to move around with nothing but frauds. I tried to bring the team together, get my vision involved. I gave a plan, but niggas scrambled. It's time to pick up that call. We can't get 1,500 in a 6-week span. Time to pay up, everybody goes, I be damn. I should've seen it. All I got is Rain, Slim, Tim, you know it's Teach. I got Tay and I got Lee. I got Deja and Salih. I got Foreign, they got Feet. They say your name, that's cause you preach. Them niggas folded under heat. No umbrella, let them shots rain down. You believe the dream to stand up, if not lay down. Let it rain down. If you my nigga, then just say it. If you ain't got it, then just say it. Let it rain down. Yeah,
My nigga, then just say it.
let it rain down.
Let it rain down. Right, this shit crazy.
Yeah. We gotta weather the storm. If you don't understand, get better informed. I'm from the trench, and my trust really weathered and torn. With my niggas from the sandbox, trying to put this shit on top some water. But we playing live, we all want the same shit, but can't get on the same page. How bad do y'all really want it? Niggas just be saying things, some place in which y'all live now. Every that I pipe down. Yeah, I was chilling for a minute, but I'm live now. Niggas talking about the past, come get with me right now. Come and really see my grind, come and see me live now. I'm live now. I'm live now. Come and see me live now. Ain't no umbrella, let them shots rain down. You believe the dream, then stand up, if not lay down. Feel it rain down. My nigga, then just say it. You ain't got it, then just say it. Let it rain down. Yeah. Ain't no umbrella, let them shots rain down. You believe the dream, then stand up, if not lay down. Feel it rain down. If you my nigga, then just say it. If you ain't got it, then just say it. Let it rain down. Let it rain down. Yeah.
My nigga, then just say it. You my brother, then just say it.
Let it rain down.
Let it rain down. Right, this shit crazy.
Peace, 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 peace. Peace, love, and light to all American Aborigines, man. It's your brother, Aboriginal Power. Hopefully, everybody is enjoying their evening, man. We got some heat that we're going to kick out for you guys today, man. Not really too much. It's really going to be promoting the up-and-coming debates this week. March 17th, you got Not a Coincidence versus Intentionist Ones. Tickets are on sale. Go to the description box and you'll see all the information there. Tickets are on sale. March 18th, Aboriginal Power versus Rob Bourne. This is one of the ones, man. It's probably one of the biggest debates in a long, long time, man. So this is one of those ones I need you guys to be in full support of what's going on, man. You know, I take it serious. So, yeah, we're going to really be getting into it, man. I need everybody to support the debate, man. I want to see all you guys there. It's going to mean a lot. So shout out to the real ones that's in the building, rocking out with your brother Aboriginal Power. Shout out to the real ones that's in the building today. I do want to take a attendance check. I want to shout out everybody that's in the building that's coming in to rock with me. I also want to send a special blessings, peace and blessings to everybody that's tuning in that's not able to comment in the chat. All right. So let's shout out to everybody that's in here. Okay. All right. All right, we got Haru, the Duke of Great Lakes. Shout out to Haru. Shout out to Lou River Grassroots. Who else we got in here? We got Fresh One TV, Don Philly, Bridge the Third, India Goddess, Mac. We got Son of California. We got Eastside 14, Son of California, ZTS, Big Dog Philly OG. Nonetheless, shout out to you guys. Kwame Shabazz, the real mother of nature, Chief Kokomo, Crip Walk, Peace and Blessings, General Peace, Brown's Flat Power, J Rock, Certified Sanchi. What's going on, brother? You know it's a Tennessee thing. Hodge Online, Richie Taylor the Third, Aboriginal Strikes Back, Chief Serpentine, the Snake Guy, Sagittarius Jones, Island Born 81, A Dots, V Dots, C Roberts, Infinite the God, Big Wizard, Chief Crazy Overstanding, R.L. Smith, Sagittarius Jones, G's Off That School Kill Punch, a Rising Aborigine, um, Rodney Gilmore Jr., my brother Josh, Bobby Two Fly, Copper Tone, Smoke Signal, brother Zach, Samantha White, ESView TV. Shout out to you guys in the building, man. If I can get everybody to drop a fire emoji in the building, that lets me know that you guys can hear me loud and clear. Are y'all ready for these up and coming debates, man? I want to get some of y'all feedback. Are y'all ready for some of these up and coming debates, man? Like I said, tickets are on sale. Uh, PayPal information and Cash App information is how we accepting tickets and purchases for the Not a Coincidence debate. For the Aboriginal Power and Robborn debate, there's a Zoom link where you sign in and purchase it through that ways. All right. So make sure y'all go check out everything that we got going on. Go to the description box. Everything is set up and categorized to you so you can have understanding what's going on. So make sure y'all support the debates, man. Are y'all ready for this, man? The Real Unconscious Defense League. Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings to you. Yeah, man, I'm ready for it, man. This is gonna be one of those ones. Y'all know I've been in the dojo. Y'all know this is an uphill battle based off of colonization, based off of the what has taken place here on this land and amongst indigenous peoples. So I will be calling out, challenging the whole doctrine of Africanism, Pan-Africanism, Afrocentrism, and anything that has to do with that. We're gonna be getting into who are these people, where did they adopt these concepts from, while also elaborating and establishing that Black people was already here. Negroids, indigenous, aboriginal, indigenous peoples was considered heavily melanated, dark complected, Black, Negro, and colored. And we're going to show over the times and conditioning using the doctrine of discovery or the apostolistic authorities, right, that they condition and use this in the churches. The churches was the main implementation of the eugenics program of the Back to Africa movement. So anyone that you hear these people talk about that they mentioning, all of them are going to be tied to a religious ties, whether it's a church, Zionist, Presbyterian, or Methodist. All right. So we're going to be breaking that down. So that's really what y'all gonna be looking forward to during this debate. We're gonna be talking about some of the key players that plays into this whole Back to Africa movement. Who uses the term African first? All this is gonna be some good information for you guys to be able to take a hold of. Hopefully, you guys will be able to enjoy it. So yeah, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Y'all know this is the part of the show where we light up light up the backwoods and get right to it, man. Get right back to the information, man. So I want to get some of you guys' opinion on things around here. How y'all feel about the up and coming debate? I will drop the link in the chat. Just want to get some. They got a new feature on here from on StreamYard. You guys, it's a new feature I gotta check out. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. They got a new feature on here. Sister Soul Main Radio. I seen you reading a book the other day about Aborigines. It was on your thumbnail. That was an interesting book reference. I would like to get that book. I would love to get that book, Sister Soul. That was a good reference. Shout out to you. How y'all feeling though, man? Y'all quiet? The link is in the chat, man. Come talk to me, man. Y'all like y'all scared? Y'all don't rock with Big Ab? Are y'all even going to support Big Ab and show up? It's a lot riding on this debate. A lot is on the back of Aboriginal power when it comes to the Aboriginal, Indigenous, Indian, and Aboriginal people here. My email is on the screen. Moderator, drop them my email in the chat for my sister. So it's zellydadon@gmail.com. It's ticking across at the bottom of the screen, by the way. Shout out to everybody in the building. So yeah, man. Overwhelming mountains and sources of these indigenous peoples here. And so what he's going to try to do is confine the conversation between 17 to 1800s, which is roughly during the pre-era, the era, and post-era of what we call the Reconstruction period. So we're going to get into a lot of this, man. It's going to be one of those ones. Shout out to Smoke Signal, shout out to Zav, and shout out to Clint. Shout out to Clint.
What's going on, man?
I think, hey man, your audio sound like they got you in the Matrix for real, man. Like they just swiftly and snatched your ass up.
I'm gonna kick you off and come back. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Allah is riding on this debate. I feel like if you lose, the whole community lose, man. And me being new to this shit, man, I really hope that you have like a complete destruction. There's a lot of different angles that they're gonna come with, and you just gotta go and like figure out which one of these routes you're gonna take, and then dismantle it. Because there's a lot of ways that you could completely obliterate them. But if I could offer one advice, people like pictures. They like seeing shit, like visual. We are visual people, and I noticed that in debates they don't really like when you be reading shit or talking to them or like teaching them. They rather be entertained, and I think that you could kill them with pictures alone. Because like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
No, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's very true. So yes, a lot of different angles that we can come in there with. The Smoke Signal, what's up?
Salute. Hey man, shout out to the channel, to the panel, and to the chat. Power to the motherfucking people. I've been doing a surface level investigation based off a conversation that I had with some Pan-Africans earlier this week. I've been low key gathering intel on they talking points. Yeah, you can accuse me of espionage at this juncture, but what I gather so far,
Don't even say that because they listen too.
Hey, bro, it don't matter, because what they ain't gonna be able to do is they're not gonna be able to change the historical record by the time this debate goes down. So yeah, it's too late for them to listen. They should have been listening. Now they finna get ready for a goddamn spanking. Should have took the trash out earlier when I asked you to. Now it's just time for the ass whooping. But look, the information that I've been gathering is related to a couple of slave ships because I noticed Rob Bourne, he likes to talk about the Henrietta, right? Anyone ever heard of the Henrietta?
Henrietta what?
It's supposed to
Yeah, I
be
heard
a
of the
slave ship.
Henrietta. They're gonna refer to that, and
Right,
they're gonna refer to the flotilla. Those are two ships they're gonna
right.
run to.
But a bit of interesting information related to the Henrietta, because if the slave ship narrative arises, he's going to utilize the Henrietta, right? And I don't know how in depth he goes into the Henrietta, but what I find odd about the Henrietta is that according to a surface level source, it says the third HMS Black Joke was probably built in Baltimore in 1924. I always pay attention when these historians or revisionists uses the words probably, because you can't base any facts off probability. That's always just an estimation. But let me continue. Becoming the becoming the Brazilian slave ship Henrietta, right? So at first, the Henrietta was named the Black Joe. The Royal Navy captured her in September 1827 and purchased her into the service. The Navy renamed her Black Joe after an English song of the same name and assigned her to West Africa. That's just a surface level investigation into the matter. I'm reading off my phone, so them words kind of small, and I ain't feel like enlarging the damn print. But yeah, that's what I found out about the Henrietta that he like to
Are
bring
you
to
talking about
the.
the Henrietta Marie?
It just say the Henrietta. Now he might be talking about the Henrietta Maria.
At
I ain't
first,
sure.
I thought you was talking about Henrietta Lacks. I'm like, how in the fuck are they gonna correlate her to getting off a fucking slave ship? I was like, whoa, where are we going with this? But you're talking. I think you're talking about the Henrietta Marie, which is talking about a particular
Hey,
ship
Brad, what's the actual debate topic though?
of whether or not the so-called black people in America are in fact Aboriginal descent or African descent. I'm saying that African is a
Okay,
misnomer, and even those people in that land is Aboriginal as well.
so it's about descent.
You do understand what they planning to do too, right? They planning to hold you to a standard of Western ideological science, right? They plan on holding you to their standard. I don't think you ought to agree to it.
No, I don't even agree with Western
I think
education.
that they're not gonna be able to win. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to win that alone. Me checking out a lot of the conscious community and their tactics and how they debate, they like to harp on words. So he's gonna harp on the word descent. I think that's why he picked that word specifically. He picked descent because he knows that even if some of us is 100% Aboriginal, he's gonna harp on the fact that some Africans was breeding with us, so that might be descent. And all you really got to do is you got to really unpack that word descent, because it says
Hey,
a descent is a
I already
derivation
did.
from your ancestors.
I got something on that I can't release right now. I cannot talk
Okay,
about
I
it.
got you. Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
yeah, and that's cool too,
enough
because
said.
like what you got to understand is, bro, we no Africans did not mix with us, bro. That's part of the narrative. That never happened, bro.
Smoke. But he could come with that with the word descent alone. There's a way to do it, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Like I would know how to do it. That word alone gonna fuck him up. That descent word.
Well, the term African has a. I'm not even about to talk about it. Like I said,
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Enough said, man. Enough said. The other thing he's like a Pan African historian. So he's gonna show all of them little African Jesuit funded, Quaker funded movements that they were doing, and he's gonna say they were labeling it African. So all you gotta do is just do what it do, man, and don't leave no mercy. You gotta take that nigga whole scalp off, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was wondering, like, these dudes, they be real tricky with the words. You know what I'm saying, he picked descent for a reason. So that's just showing you his whole playbook. And understanding his playbook, you're gonna be able to just like dismantle it. But I'm gonna definitely be there though.
For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. It's gonna be one of them ones, man. It's gonna be one of them ones. So I'm definitely ready to get it in, man. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all get y'all tickets yet, man, for the Not a Coincidence debate? A1 and Not a Coincidence. Y'all get y'all tickets for my debate coming up for Saturday. All information is in the description box. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. These are pay-per-views.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
That's gonna be
y'all
a
in the
fire
chat, make sure you
debate
get
too.
y'all tickets,
The
man.
not a
Make sure y'all get
coincidence.
y'all tickets. Y'all gonna want to be there for this one.
Hey yo, not a coincidence. I
Yeah,
still gonna smoke with you too,
I'm
bro.
either or. Yeah, I'm either or, but I think I'm gonna go with the you and the Rob. I'm gonna go with the you and the Rob Owens. I ain't gonna be able to do both of them.
Yeah, make sure you get one of them motherfuckers at least. R.L. Smith, are you ready, man? I'm getting there, man. We getting there. We definitely. I'm always ready to get it in the ring, but just picking out a particular angle that I want to stick with. Cause once you once you take an angle and you start it, you gotta finish it strong. There's no backing out of the angle. You see what I'm saying? So depending on what angle you want to go with. And I don't want to spend all three of
Yeah,
my rounds taking three different angles. You see what I'm saying? I want to establish my principles too. So, which is that black people was already here. They've been here. They was classified as so many things, misclassified, even though they didn't want to be classified as these things. You see what I'm saying? Oh, we got certain terms being directly applied to Aboriginal people. So yeah, man, it's gonna be one of the ones. Not a coincidence. Hit the link. Come promote the debate, man. Y'all debate, man. Come talk about it. Y'all ready? Hey, I appreciate it, RL. We need all the
what's the
support,
debate
man.
with not a coincidence and A1?
It's
What's
damn
that?
near the
What's the
same
topic
topic.
for that one?
It's damn near the same topic, except theirs is a little more broader. They're dealing with all of the Americas, and mine's is just pretty much confined to the North America continent.
I see. I see.
So it's
Yeah, man. I
pretty much the
think a
same
lot
debate.
is riding on these debates. I see it as like this shit is very key. There's a lot of people on the fence right now. A lot of people they don't know what the fuck to believe. People are lost. People getting awakened right now. They
Well, they
looking for
gotta
something
understand that
to hold on to.
the same people that came here to remove your Aboriginal history, culture, folkways, and mores are the same people that's now giving you this alternative history. Then this alternative history comes from. This is not a concept that comes from black people or Africans, if you will, or Aboriginal peoples, if you will. This does not come from them. This is a concept from people who subdued and set the mission to colonize you. And it wasn't America's not the first place to be colonized by these same people. Africa was colonized as well. The same Zionists, the same Masons created the concept that Egypt is not part of Africa.
Yeah, man. I think this shit is wide open right now, man. People they don't know. They're looking for something. Shit, that shit is on the decline right now, man. This shit they on their last it last legs, and this day last hurrah. So, it's up to you to put a final nail in that coffin because that Pan African shit don't got nothing for the people. So I'm saying they've been trying that Pan African shit, and that shit been failing. It's like every century that shit come back around. Like 100 years ago, you had that nigga Marcus Garvey tricking people, sending them to Africa. They had niggas was sending them to Liberia, and look how that shit ended up. So I'm saying that shit is disastrous. And now they're trying to send niggas to Ghana and Nigeria. Like Nigeria is home to nothing but scam artists. Like motherfuckers think they're gonna go
Yeah.
to Nigeria and
Yeah,
live
but let
good.
me yeah,
US dollar go.
but let me ask you a
What?
question though. How 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 much passion did you have for that African understanding when you was under the influence of being an African?
I had a lot of passion for it.
Yeah, I kind of had some too, but I never, I never like. Well, even though I never really remember hearing anybody challenging that when I was under it, because I mean, I ain't stay under it for long because I've just always been like a street nigga. So all that African shit was just
I
hearsay to
mean,
me
people
anyway. But
challenge it, but not scholarly. They were like, "Nigga, we ain't no
right,
fucking African."
right. Because
I
I
was
think
never
we,
really.
I think everybody who was under that influence had a a certain degree of passion for Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we was taught. Even though we weren't taught that by our people, but we was taught that through the compulsory education, through entertainment, through television, shit like that. Socially, we
Hey,
was taught that.
Zab, are you willing to set up a debate?
Yeah, I debate anybody, man. I never did it before, but I debate people, man.
All right, I'm just
I
asking because
debate.
I know you always coming with information and shit. We do debates on these channels. PNF, I see you in the chat looking for smoke. The link is in the chat. Anyone can come on. We got 170 people in here. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for the up and coming debates. All information for both up and coming debates on March 17th and March 18th is in the description box. March 17th, not a coincidence, versus Unconscious one. All right. March 18th, Aboriginal
Hey,
Power is Rob Bourne. All right. So make sure y'all tap in.
this for the people on the panel, yo. What was it that helped sever that tie to the Pan African mindset? Because I think if we could zoom in on that and exploit that, we could like win over a lot more people.
Mike,
Can you say that again? I apologize.
No, I was saying like, what was it that helped sever that tie to that Pan African mindset? Because if I think we could really zoom in on that, we could really, get more people to the truth.
Well,
Because I know
well,
for me,
that's what we're gonna focus in on. What helped this Pan African or Afrocentric mindset? That's part of my debate. Actually, is to prove where that mind state come from, and it's not an Aboriginal or African mindset.
some dudes like they married to that shit almost like a religion. Like I
Hey
remember
man,
when I
we
used
got
to,
100. My bad, Zach. I didn't mean to cut you. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat one more time. Shout out to everybody in the building. Don't forget, man, to support all Aboriginal contents and platforms. Make sure y'all support Big Aboriginal Power Channel, man. Make sure y'all support me in what I do, man. You understand me? All Aboriginal platforms need to be supported. I hope y'all was over there supporting Aboriginal TV. He was live. Don't forget the $5 challenge is in effect for all 2023. So if y'all didn't support my brother Aboriginal TV, make sure y'all go support him. Send him in something. Let him know y'all appreciate his time and his efforts. That goes for this channel as well. For those that do want to support the channel, Cash App and PayPal information is at the bottom of the screen. It's also at the bottom right of the screen as well. All right. So it's ticking across at the bottom and it's on the bottom right. Make sure y'all support the channel. All right.
yeah, what I was gonna say is like the Pan Africans, they will lie to you. They will make it seem like the Africans over there love you. They can't wait for you to come home. All this shit, like you gonna go over there and be in some utopian experience, and that shit could turn out deadly. Because when niggas go to Africa, you know what I mean, after a while, them Africans gonna start looking at you like food. and sometimes literally they will literally look at you as actual food, like how they did with them Liberians when they was eating them.
They was looking at Americans like they was steak, bro.
Yeah, man, they ate them niggas too, man.
So yeah, a lot of motherfuckers that was sent to Liberia from the Americas that was sent first to Nova Scotia. We got to know who orchestrated that whole movement to get these people removed from their indigenous native lands to Nova Scotia and ultimately to Liberia, Sierra Leone, Cameroon.
And that danger of what niggas like Raboon be pushing, because that's the end goal, is to remove you from the ancestral land and put you over there. It's just a scam. They don't allow that shit gonna belong to the tribal king forever. So you think you buying
Hey,
land and all you really doing is renting this shit.
hey, King Kapala, what happened to you showing up the other day for the debate? And to answer your question, we do have indigenous Aboriginals from Australia that come on here, that have come on here several times, and they'll probably be in the chat later on if they ain't in here now. So yeah, brother, gotta do your research.
Damn, I missed the question, bro. As soon as you start asking that question, I got booted off the stream. This damn Chromebook, it stay losing the damn Wi-Fi signal.
Well, ask your question again.
No, I was saying, what helped you sever your ties with the African mindset? Because you said that you used to be um of that
Being
persuasion.
honest with myself and looking at the truth, and then having a true understanding of how history took in place. Everything got to be in context. And one of the things that's taken out of context is who we are. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to know what did it for me? What did it for me is I was listening to
Hey,
A1.
hold
No,
on just a
it
second. Hey,
was
Patrick
and
Gabriel.
then
Hold on. Somebody just sent I think somebody trying to purchase a ticket. Patrick Gabriel, are you trying to purchase a ticket? If so, don't forget, y'all gotta put y'all emails in the description box. Y'all have to put your email in the description box. Let me see if that's even mentioned. Yeah. It says it right here. Let me highlight that and
yeah. So like I
copy
was
it.
saying, what did it for me was
Go ahead.
yeah. What did it for me was when I realized that around the same time that they started establishing them universities and classifying people, that's when that Pan African shit started. That's when that out of Africa shit started. They were literally teaching the children that they from Africa. So they really started indoctrinating people, telling them
I'm gonna
they from
send it back.
Africa.
I'm gonna send it back, Patrick. Patrick, just send it. Send your email back with it. I'm gonna send it right back to you. Go ahead, keep it going.
But see, if you're
And
gonna
then
make that assumption, hey, bro, if you're gonna make that assumption, right, you're gonna have to find out exactly what was going on when they was talking about they was establishing these schools, right? Because I'm under the impression that when they saying that, actually saying they're establishing new schools of thought, right?
When they're establishing these schools, they're getting it under the impression of religious aspects, and they're getting funding from people that's pushing a Zionist eugenics program. They're using Negroes or Aborigines as proxies from the religious aspects, and that's what
yeah,
it's always been. Everything you've been ushered into has always been ushered into you by some prominent black leader that was tied to some religious authorities, or ties, or officials, some type of religious foreign aspect.
yeah, they did it through the religions, through the schools, the Boule, the Jesuits, the abolitionists, the tiny hat folks. You know what I'm saying? They always say follow the money. So, and when you follow the money, you're gonna always find a tiny hat motherfucker right there issuing out funds to these organizations, going to the people with the religions, telling them that they African, and that also gave the curse of ham mindset too. Why a lot of our people, really look up at that time to the white Jesus figure. So it was a psychological warfare, bro.
But see, we
It
gotta
was
understand.
dangerous.
We gotta understand what led up to that point. What's the inclinations of a network being developed that would allow these foreign groups to infiltrate something that was already going on. Yeah,
They wanted the
if
land, bro.
I know. Hold on. I
They
know they
wanted the land.
wanted something. Hold on. Wanted something and getting it is two different things, right? Nigga, I want Beyonce, but I Jay Z in the way, right? You see what I'm saying? What? So there has to be something. There has to be a development that allows you to complete the process, right? You just can't want somebody's shit and end up with it by proxy. You have to go through the. You got to go through the whole methodology. I'm trying to understand the methodology that was utilized to usurp niggas. Now we just gonna say I was because it was a group of niggas that they used to help them do that. Then what is the process that was utilized to convince them niggas to do so? Because these niggas had to be coming from a prominent position.
No, I agree. I agree.
But what if I say I think it was just they were sellouts? They were just
Selling
sellouts for
out.
money.
How you gonna sell out to somebody who ain't got as much as you do? See, we keep on forgetting. We keep on forgetting that this is the land of milk
Hold
and
on one
honey.
second. Hold on one
Right.
second. Let me holler at Rodney Gilmore. Shout out to Rodney Gilmore. I know you purchased the not a coincidence and the uh my debate, but you gotta purchase my debate through the Zoom link. So I'm gonna send you $20 back. Okay, I'm gonna send you $20 back so you can purchase that particular debate through the link that's in the description box, the Zoom link. I will re-put that in there. All right. So let me re-put that in there. I got to. Go ahead, y'all can continue. I apologize.
Nah, he was just about to ask me. He was just about to say something. Where you go, Zab? You forgot your question? Oh, that nigga in the background like a goddamn echo. Yeah, I be trying to see. I
I
think
had,
if we
yeah,
don't,
yeah. So I'm back. I'm back. I had to take a quick piss. Now,
yeah, you ain't got an
see,
announcement. But go ahead. Nah,
the way how I see it.
I
I'll go
say
ahead.
to
My bad.
make, I say to suggest the accuracy of the historical account, right? I think it got to start making sense to people. That's what's gonna start making niggas adhere to the story. We just making sweeping generalizations. That sounds just like the shit that we've been getting from the other side. I think our shit got to be, put together well enough to make sense to the people who we trying to convey it to, bro.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, that's why I like to put things in a timeline. It got to be one set timeline that makes sense factually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Because
Because
I
if we
think the
saying,
timeline for me.
look, yeah, check it out. Because if we saying
I'll
that
go ahead.
these is our people, well, if we putting ourselves in the story, bro, then it at least got to make sense to us. Like,
That's what I've been saying the whole time. Make it make
right,
sense.
right. Just make it make sense to niggas, bro. We talking about these was niggas, then you got to make the story make sense. Nigga, it got to correlate to us, right?
The
Or we
real
gonna be
talk
under
right
the
now ain't no
impression,
sense.
that y'all talking about some more motherfuckers. That's just the way it go.
Right. Absolutely. 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 And we get into that, and this is going to be part of the debate because we got that's part of this. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the debate. So, oh yeah, man. Y'all
Yo, not
go
a
Like we
ahead.
coincidence
was
up here.
Tickets is in the
Yeah.
description.
Friday, y'all gonna see A1 go down. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I know y'all rooting for him, but he don't know what he getting himself into. Word.
All right.
Yo,
So
Zach, let me
watch
ask you
this
a
though,
question,
right?
Zach. Let me ask you a question, Zach.
Hold, but before you, let me I'll answer your question, but let me just say this real quick to address smoke signal. See, if you put things in timeline and you understand that before anything, before any European, before any invader, the natives of America was melanated people, people that look like me and you. That's what the depiction show. That's what the fossils show. That's how they drew themselves. That's who they were. You start from that standpoint, and then you gotta really address the history as if you're putting together a crime scene. The way this shit,
Right.
the reason why it looked miscombobulated is because there's a lot of shit that is being omitted. There's a lot of shit that was intentionally destroyed. So we got to piece the shit together. And you have different individuals, they'll have different parts of the puzzle piece putting it together. You know what I'm saying? So the shit ain't as linear after that point of the European encroachment. You're going to have a lot of different viewpoints on that, and that's what we really got to focus on to make it in a linear timeline pattern.
Right.
But you know what? But you know what made me? You know what made me start thinking like that, bro? Cause I be hearing a lot of niggas say, "Man, it was our people that wrote the Constitution." Then I started reading that motherfucker, and I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know niggas that you know what I'm saying talk like the way they talk in the Constitution. Like I don't see that being passed on through the oral report by any means. That sounds like that was a whole network of motherfuckers who was in on trying to take some shit from niggas. That's how that
And there's a
language.
reason for that.
That's how I receive that language, bro.
There's a reason for that, smoke, and a
I
lot of
know it's a
people don't
reason.
like when
Like I
I
said,
say this.
I know it's a reason for it. I understand
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, like, um, it was the Moors, and a lot of the Moors is not of us, man. A lot of the Moors is working with the Europeans and
Yo,
work.
peace to the panel. I'm up here and I'm a Moorish American. And that's what I came up here for. Didn't mean to cut you off. Shout out to AP. But just to let you know, my brother, I'm up here. A Moorish American. Certified.
There was a lot of Moors in the past doing a lot of sellout activity, a lot of colonization activity, man, and that's facts.
I
And all
disagree.
Moor ain't good Moors, man.
I disagree with that. And we can debate that. But yeah, AP, what's up, man? You think I could I could chime in right quick, brother?
Yeah, you got the floor. You got the floor, man.
Yeah, peace to everybody who don't know PNF. You know what I mean? Go check me out. And I wanted to mention something about Rob Bourne in the debate coming up. And and reveal my topic I want to debate. It's not actually about the Moors, but I want to debate the 1828 American definition. I want to
But
debate the
before you do that,
validity
can
of
you
it.
admit that Moors are foreigners
Yeah,
to
I was
these
just finna
lands?
do
That
that.
y'all
I was
from
finna get to that. He
Arabia.
said I could have the floor though. Who is that? Who's
Okay, go
talking?
ahead.
Who's talking?
My bad, my bad. Go ahead, brother.
His name is
That was me,
Zab.
Zach. I
Zab was it?
apologize.
I think I had words with him. I think he be on Sanchez channel if I'm not mistaken. If that's you. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
like I was saying, I wanted to debate that topic, and I want to bring light to. It was a group of people who were stripped of their nationality and their culture, their language, and kicked out their buildings. Like I've always said, I think that's one group of people. When we research the Indians, they never got denationalized, as they teach us. Grandma, kept the records from oral tradition and told them who they were. They know exactly who they are. So the people who were stripped from their culture and religion is the people who we believe is being suppressed and stuff stolen. So one more thing. I had a debate with Rob Bourne before, and I went on his channel and I proved him that American Negroes through science is distinct from Africans. And if it's any West Africans with similarities in genetics, it's because our people went and colonized Africa via the colonization society of the colony of Maryland, the colony of Mississippi, the colony of Virginia. All this we can find in Africa. I can pull it up any day to show y'all our people colonized over there. So that's why you would find our people there. As for the Moors, hold on. As for the Moors, I think he said trading and all that. All that is pseudo because we don't know who the Moors is. Not one time have these people ever specified who the Moors is. As the great leader Chief Holiday say, Moors is just a description. So we actually don't know what a description is. When you're generalizing the people and saying, oh, the blacks, oh, the Moors, you're not giving us enough to go off of. So technically it's unacceptable when we have these low-level intelligent people coming around saying, oh, the Moors are sellout. Okay, what Moors are sellouts, man? Please be specific, because it's actually disrespectful on our conscience and intelligence when you just get away with those little, those minuscule quotes. Come on, man, come better than that, Zab. Who are the Moors, man?
Are you Zab, when you talk about the Moors, are you speaking about the Berbers, or are you speaking about the ones in America?
I'm talking about the Moors who were sailing, doing a lot of exploring. When you see a lot of images of these Moors with a lot of the early British settlers, a lot of the Moors that were present when the Constitution was being written.
So that's
Because
basically saying the
So
blacks, right? The
those
dark
wouldn't be
skinned people.
sellouts because they're not of us.
Right.
Those
well,
would be
I'm not
people
saying
coming
they're
over
of
here
anybody.
colonizing. That's why they say all skinfolk ain't kinfolk.
Right. I'm not saying that they are of you. I'm just talking about those Moors. If those are not your tribe of Moors, then you don't gotta get in
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
of that
I'm not
bullet
getting
for
in
them.
my feelings. I'm trying to get precision, because this is the conscious community where lies are not allowed. We're not gonna let somebody give us a half truth in exchange for some like, or some type of fame. So, like I said, you're
Well, how
not
about you elaborate on
yeah.
the Moors that you represent?
I teach that Moors don't exist. I teach that there's the Hebrew patriarchy fighting against the matriarchy, and Moors etymology is mothers. So we had a Marian high motherly society where we had a warrior class that fought for mothers, the original mothers. That's what I teach. I don't teach Moors in general because I don't know Moors. I don't know what a Moors is, but
So
I
you're
do
not
know.
one of these dudes right here
Yeah,
who was rocking with the Europeans?
1 second, brother. Let me paint the
That's
picture.
a Berber.
Yeah, let me paint the picture. And
That's what I'm saying. Break it down for the people, man.
yeah,
Break
yeah,
it
I
down
got
the
you.
different the
I
different
got you.
tribes, and like
Yeah.
niggas like him was like working with the Europeans.
Okay, that's a good picture you showing. That's cool. Good for the eye. Okay, but in particular, I'm American, and my particular Moors is Moorish. We call ourselves Moorish. We don't say the Moors or a Moor. We don't know those people, so we know exactly who we is and what we got going on over here. Besides what you teaching, now this picture you showing don't validate nothing. It don't prove nothing because, like we said, according to the general consensus, Moor is just a color. So in my eyes, I don't know his nationality. I don't know his religion. I don't know what his agenda is or whose agenda
These were
is
the
that he's
dudes
showing us this.
that used to like be up in Europe, mingling with the upper echelon, the royal family. You find them in Spain,
I
Portugal,
don't think you
France, all
comprehend
over
what I'm
Europe.
saying, brother.
Yeah, those
Gallivanting
are
with the
foreigners.
Europeans.
That's not what he's talking about, Zab.
I
Those
don't
are
Oh,
think
let
you
me let me
foreigners you're
say one
comprehend.
more
thinking of.
thing real quick. I learn real fast. Now, according to the Christopher Columbus story, when he landed on Dominican Republic over there, the natives had one of these Moors that they captured them. You know what I'm saying? They had them chained up and tied up. They were saying how they over there looking for gold, and you know what I'm saying? So they was going to war with them. And you had a lot of these dudes that look like him all over America, you know, beefing with the natives who are also melanated. So when I say Moors, I'm talking about whatever his tribe is. Since y'all want to differentiate, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to play the word game, more mean this, more mean the color. I'm talking about these Moors right here. Niggas with froze, you know what I'm saying? They up in Europe, and they were at war with the natives, as mentioned in the Christopher Columbus diaries, when they talk about, they had Moors over there that was going after the gold.
All right, you painted a better picture of those Moors, but it's still not really precise on explaining their origins and what they are when we thinking Moor as a description. Do you comprehend? There's no Moor nation nowhere that we can look and say, oh, this is where they're from. It's a general description of people who accompanied Europeans. Now, Moorish American Muslim are Islam, and they are against Britain and particularly Christianity, right? So Moorish American Muslims would never accompany Great Britain to do anything because they have a history of fighting them, especially in America. So we know it's not Moorish Americans. That's why I said be particular with what more you're talking about. So this looked like some type of, dudes who are what we call conquistadors, pirates, or treasure hunters, explorers. And generally, a
Right.
Moor is
Yeah,
not
yeah, that's what
describing
they are. Yeah.
anything. Yeah, that's a criminal. Anybody could be a criminal all over the world. So to generalize a whole race of people or ethnic group because of a couple of robbers, we can do the same thing. Like I've always said, we can go into the black community, find Young Thug, find Megan Thee Stallion, find a couple of gay dudes, and say, "Look, all black people are gay." We can do the same thing, but we're not naive like that. We know all black people ain't gay. We know they're all not criminals. So we wouldn't do that to Moors or Moorish. That's why we ask for specificity on this. And like last but not least, I don't believe in Moors. I just believe it's a general term and or a description. But when you actually give us like a geographical location, a person, place, a thing, that's a noun. Moorish American. What is Moorish? Man of mother, men of mother. You know what I mean? That's how we break it down. And we don't want to get mixed up with the Moors or fairy tales from people who are just waking up recently, trying to sound like they are college professors. You see what I'm saying? That's really disrespectful to a indigenous America. My family, my people are from Utah, Alabama, Clarksdale, Mississippi, and Chicago, Illinois, and Michigan. We never been to Africa. We don't know Europeans, but magically we are Moorish Americans. So that means it's two different people. You know what I mean? And that's all. I don't want to go
So
back and
you one
forth
of
about the
these
Moorish
Moors
shit.
then?
Huh? What you say?
You one of these Moors under the
Nah, you
noble
are
Jew
trolling right
Ali
now. If you want
brand?
to debate, you can debate. You're trolling. I don't care about no
I'm
picture. I'm
asking
from
a question,
Chicago,
man. I'm
brother.
not trolling. I'm just asking a question. I'm trying to figure out what your tribe is.
Right. I don't know what I don't roll with a tribe. I'm American. Didn't you hear me? I said I'm American. But like I I want to debate
But
who are the
you also
first
say you're a
Americans
Moor too,
anyway.
right? Wait, are you a Moor or
Now,
are
I
you
said
not a
I'm a
Moor?
Moorish
I'm
American,
confused.
brother. A Moor is a singular person. It's single. A Moorish is a nation. I'm from a nation. A Moor is just one guy who does what he wants to do on his own. That's your description. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to group us all up. Like you got one gay black guy or one criminal black guy. Now you want to group up all the black people. That's what I'm trying to describe to you, my guy, and you fail to see that. I don't know how. It's like, what are you trying to do? Paint some type of picture that Moors are this, Moors are that, and you can't even define what a Moor is?
All right, so how about you explain to me the difference between the Moors? Because you have actual Moors who call themselves Moors, who have a whole country. They got a bunch of countries. They got Morocco, they have Mauritania, they have the Moorish constitution. So you're saying that you are not that kind of Moor. You are a
Definitely,
American.
definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. Don't know what you're talking about. Something you made up or something you learned on your own. Definitely. Don't know what you're talking
Well, I
about.
didn't make it up. These descriptions are in. You can find it on in any
Right.
library.
There's descriptions. Right. So anyway,
Yeah, but don't say I
um,
made it up.
okay, right. So these Moors or whatever, it can mean a different definition of what we say a Moor is. Ask them what their Moor means. Ask them what their definition is. When we look at Morocco in America, we clearly see it's older in America before the kingdom of Morocco. We don't know why those people, the Arabs and the Europeans, is usurping our positions and putting on whiteface, acting like they're Native Americans, acting like they're Indian Hindus, acting like they're Egyptians, acting they're taking a role of everybody, even Moors. I don't know why they're doing it. But what we want to do is make sure you don't mix the Moorish Americans up with all that because we really don't care what people think and what they think they know as long as they don't slander us because it's not us. It's not us. We're from
What the
America.
Hey
hell?
Zab, they just used that word more to describe those Berbers that you're talking about from the Ottoman Empire. They were in bed with the English crown. That's when they came. They were uh when they got in bed with the English crown, they came over here to try to do what they obviously do what they did. So
Hey, who just ended the on? Who
So do
just
you
came
think?
on the floor? Hey, who was that just came on the floor, bro?
Oh, we got Unconscious Amaru Khan. We got PNF. We got Not a Coincidence, Zab, and yourself, Smoke Signal.
That was untouching his Amaru Khan.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Hey, Zab, why you tiptoeing? Why you
Yeah.
tiptoeing through? Why you tiptoeing through through the tools, bro. Just ask for a
Oh,
clear and concise definition of Moorish, bro. Go on, get to the root of this shit. See what's going on. Inquiring minds
Why
want
don't
to
you
know.
ask for it, brother? Why don't you
Like,
ask for it?
look, y'all the ones engaged in the discourse. I'm just, I'm
Okay,
not,
well,
I'm
you
on the
meddling
sideline.
then. You
Right,
meddling like you
okay, okay,
instigating. Why don't
yeah,
you ask?
okay, okay, bro. What is the definition of Moorish?
Men of the first mother on these lands. The men who
Yeah,
come from the
let's
first
pull a
mothers
source.
out of Haram.
Let's pull a source up on that, bro. I don't believe you.
Okay. So what? You don't believe? What's next? I don't believe you. I don't believe you're an American. You look African. You look sub-Saharan.
I ain't made no assumption, bro. You said you Moorish.
You look sub-Saharan to me.
I ain't made
So
no
what's
assumption.
next?
I ain't made no
So
bl-
it's
I ain't
clear.
made, I ain't made no
Hold up.
declaration to you, bro.
It's clear
Hey,
that
can we get the definition of Moorish, bro? I want to see if it's coming from the mother. That's all I want to see. Shut me the fuck up.
that is a valid question.
Okay. I got the definition. I just told you. I am the source. I am the source of this definition.
Didn't I just
The
say I don't trust you, bro?
etymology of Moor's
I
mother.
don't
Ish
trust you,
means
nigga.
man.
I don't
There
trust
you
you, nigga.
go.
Nigga, you ain't nobody. Nigga, I don't believe in you, nigga.
Okay, well, don't
So
ask me no question then, goofy dude.
Don't ask me to ask you no question, then, hoe
That's what I
ass
said.
nigga. Fuck
Don't
you think
don't
you
butt in
talking
while I'm
to?
talking. Don't
Where
do
your
don't do
bitch
that.
Kiara at,
Mind
nigga?
your
Where your
business.
hoe Kiara at, nigga?
Man, that's disrespectful, man. That's
I
all you
know it's
See,
got.
look,
disrespectful.
That's
I get
this
very
disrespectful.
is
Well, that's good.
disrespectful when
Well,
I'm
what's popping?
disrespected,
I ain't
nigga.
gonna do
I
this.
get
hold
very,
on, hold
I
on,
get
I'll
hold
go
very
on,
live
so
in
you
a
disrespectful
hold
when
on,
I'm
minute.
hold
you
on,
not
disrespected,
wanting to
I'll
go
go
nigga.
into
live in a
hold
What you
minute.
on,
talking
hold
about?
on, hold
Go
on,
on,
you
go
read
live,
hold
ho.
on, hold on,
Rez.
hold on, hold
I
on,
want to know if he the type that
hold
rock
on,
the.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I want everybody to mute up because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I do want to say for those that's coming in here, we got 238 people in here. Peace and blessings to everybody that is in the building. Make sure y'all purchase y'all tickets for the Not a Coincidence and Unconscious One debate. Link to all the information is in the description box. Also, March 18th, Aboriginal Power versus Rob Bourne. Make sure y'all purchase that pay-per-view as well. All information and link is in the description box. So now let's get to decorum on here. Not a coincidence. How you doing, brother? Peace and blessings. Good to see you on.
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, man?
Shit,
Yo, but
ready to see you get smoked. But now listen, I want to get your judgment on this conversation here. Is it a valid question to ask for a defining definition from which PNF asked?
yes, it absolutely is. And I was gonna mention that I kind of feel like this is a problem that the conscious community created amongst themselves. We allow too many people to come in here just say anything without proving it. But what we didn't hear in the well, I don't know if anybody else heard it. I heard it. He said what he teaches. So I'm taking it as he has his own type of definition and outlook on what it is to be more or Moorish. So the only thing I would ask is, how do you find the people he's talking about in history if he wants to prove that it's not something he made up today? Like, who are the people that
Not
he's
a
saying
coincidence. You won't
we can
find them
find in
in
history?
history.
I know, but that's
Hold
That's the
why
on.
you
problem.
ask him that question. But
Hold on.
that's why
One
you
at a
ask him
time.
that question.
One at a time. Before y'all get y'all questions, I will allow Smoke and PNF to get back to their decorum, and then I
No,
will allow
technically
you
it's between me and him. Smoke was just saying that he wanted him to, and
okay,
I was going to
correct.
get to that. I wanted him to define his tribe of Moors, because the historical Moors, these dudes right here with the conquistador motherfuckers, he's
Now
saying
listen, I'm
that.
not saying he don't have a definition or doesn't have a source from where he received this. I just want to make sure it's on the record. This is a conversation. It's not really for me because I know the answer and I've done my own research on it. This is for the viewer's sake, and this is why I'm gonna be able to just interject on some of these points. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. So yeah, back to the conversation. PNF,
Hey,
do you
you know
want
how
to
you
answer
always
this question?
say all skin folk.
Let PNF get the floor
Hold
to
up, back.
answer
You
this
know how you
first.
always say all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Who me?
Yeah, so it's like just because these niggas was black, you know what I'm saying? They was not on this team. Let me just put it like that. They was definitely on some conqueror shit too.
Yo, so like I was saying, a lot of these people, as we know, we do our research and we realize 3, 4, give them 5 years tops. A lot of these people were Pan African, blackety black. Now all of a sudden they are the forerunners of all the information, and we already know people was teaching Aboriginality 100 years ago, but now the newcomers know everything. So according to my research, the Moorish people of America, the original Americans, they are the people being usurped, buildings tore down, kicked from their lands, denationalized. And we realize this through architecture, anthropology, and documentation. You know what I mean? So when you saying Moors are not from America, I don't get upset because I don't know who the Moors is. You know, it's just something rinky-dink people is making up for conversation. Moorish Americans do have documentation, and majority of them are indigenous to America. So that's not even debatable. You know what I mean? It's just something these people keeping up for confusion. Now,
I agree with that.
yeah, you know, so I really came up here for the this is why I wanted to debate this. The definition of American 1828. The definition says copper colored races now applied to the European. Now, when we want to get technical with somebody talking about my skin color, I'm way more closer to this color, this reddish copper color, than the average black looking sub-Saharan, if people want to get technical. So when we saying various races with an S, we're proving that it's more than one group here. Now we go to the Verrazano Codex, where he explains 3 different people he encountered in North America, not even South America. He encountered 3 different groups of people, one naked, one that would look similar to the Ethiopians, and he found some people living in port towns on boats, and he described them and distinguished them. So what I'm trying to do is, okay, various copper color races. That means whoever's up here talking about they the first American might be lying, especially if you're using that definition, American 1828, right?
Why would you suspect that they're lying again?
Because understand the definition says various copper color races with an S. So that means we're dealing with plural, not just one group of people that look like smoke signal. We're dealing with many types of copper color people. So that means it's not exclusive. That means it's upon them, the people who claim this, to prove who these other people is living with them. Since they're claiming to be the first American, the definition literally says copper color races, not copper color race. So that means you're not the first one. Who are the other people? And on top of that, black is not copper, right? It's not technically copper. So that means we got people claiming to be American and the definition don't even fit them. That's what I'm trying to prove, right? Copper color races with an S. So that means you're not here by yourself. So you don't have an exclusive claim to America. That's pseudo. We want to get that out of the way, especially with the Moorish haters.
Isn't there a description of other copper colored people here with straight hair and then other ones with kinky hair?
Right, but that still proves that they're not here by themselves, so they don't have an exclusive claim.
That's what I seen.
Right.
And in Brazil, there was a description of people that were darker than what they saying the copper, that reddish brown is. They were almost black.
I kind of agree. Reddish brown, mahogany, dark skin. There is some dark skinned people in America. I'm not gonna lie. I live in the South. And that's why I think the copper color definition is pseudo, because I have met some really dark skinned people, especially from Mississippi.
Are you using dark skin in comparative to copper, as if copper doesn't come in various different shades?
No. When I say dark skin, I refuse to say black. I want to say black, and I do. I believe.
I just want them. But do copper come in darker hues or shades?
Definitely. You can get that rusty dark brown. You know, you can get that Shaquille O'Neal copper. You know what I mean? That Michael Jordan. That's a better explanation.
What about the copper they talk about in the dictionary, the 1828?
Right. See, that's various copper races or Aboriginal.
No, I'm talking about when you go to the actual word copper.
Oh, okay, copper race. I'm not really sure. I haven't really broken that down, what they really mean by copper. But it does say copper colored, right?
No, in the term American, yeah. But then when you look at, so it's saying copper color, so it's saying the color of copper.
Right.
So then the next thing I would do is look up the word copper. You get what I'm saying? So when you look up the word copper, it gives you more of a yellow reddish thing than an actual brown.
Right, but I have seen some people pull up some dark black copper and
no. I'm not arguing that fact. I'm just talking about what it says in the actual dictionary. That you starting off with to begin with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
That black copper is man-made, by the way.
Yeah. So I guess there are 2 types of Moors. you also saying that the term Moor got usurped to represent the invader Berbers who were working with the Europeans and doing a lot of conquistador activity. So your version of Moors is the Aboriginal Moors, and you define it as descendant from your mother. So I would put you in the same school as like a Malik Bey teaching. So for me, it's kind of confusing because there seems to be many definition of Moors. So I'm gonna ask you to define what a Moor is to you and what kind of Moor you are, and whether or not you represent Aboriginality and why the people should be on board with those Moors that you represent. You hear me?
That nigga probably ran for the borders. Back to look, man. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, man. Let's get back to some Aboriginal shit.
Yeah, back the 17th, March 17th, A1
And not a coincidence, just to correct you,
going down, man.
hey, just to correct you, I don't want to beat you up because this is, I heard this talking point. I beat this up years ago. Y'all bring up the copper definition in that Webster's 1828 definition. Is that what you was referring to? Not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
but when you're referring to yellow, it doesn't say that they're yellow. It says tinged with yellow. And if you don't know what the word tinged means, that means very small traces, very small account.
I say yellow reddish. I say yellow with reddish. Don't forget the red part. That's it.
When you look up the etymology definition dictionary, doesn't mention red. It said a metal.
I get that, bro. I'm just talking about what's in the dictionary.
When you go look at copper, it doesn't mention red. So when you look at Webster's definition, it said a metal, a color of pale red color, a pale red color, right? So a pale
what
red
else?
color. And then it says a tinge of yellow. Now, so
that's the same thing I said, bro.
So it's pretty much describing black people that is described as black people today, which skin is not literally black. We're talking about dark complected people. That is literally the definition of dark complexion. We can pull that up in as well in Webster's dictionary.
I mean, I'm not even trying to get into all that. Like I said, when you go to copper, it says a yellow reddish mixture. Like I ain't say nothing different than what you try to say, bro. Like Well, yeah, but all of those are just observations of Europeans are making at the end of the day.
I mean, a lot of this shit can be quantified by you niggas just doing, some simple surface level research, bro. Like, we shouldn't even be having to go over this copper thing. This shit been visited and revisited many times, bro. This shit leads into chestnut, mahogany, sepia, various. I know it leads into various shades of brown, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like pay attention, man. Copper's not isolated.
I'm not against that. All right.
Copper's not isolated to one hue.
All right, but Smoke, you're talking like I'm against what you're saying. I'm not. I'm saying the same thing you're saying. You're acting like I'm against you. I'm not.
All right.
I was never against.
All right, just get your shit straight, bro. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Listen, brother. Smoke, check this out. See, this is what I'm saying. People got like a one-track mind. The brother was talking about debating a definition in that it's like in that dictionary. I'm just talking about what else it says in that dictionary. That doesn't mean that's all it means, brother. Like
no. You're right, but we got to use common sense and colloquial sense when referring to these as well. So we know that there's melanated, dark complected people in our community
everywhere.
They could be considered red people, red bone people. So are yellow? Listen. Are yellow that are melanated Negroes? So we're not even
damn near black.
Or
damn near black.
Right now. I don't even want.
They come in all shades.
Yeah,
I'm with that. I don't disagree with that one bit.
Right.
No, I just want to make that. I just want to make that clear for the viewers, not really for you, not a coincidence. I know you.
AP chat.
But listen, hey, the 17th,
like you say, bro.
Friday, the 17th is going down, man. Make sure y'all be there. Attention is one versus not coincidence. Tickets are on sale. All the information link is in the description box. Make sure y'all leave y'all email. Read all the information so y'all can have all your shit set up. And make sure y'all
get a debacle.
What do you say, brother? My bad.
I said it's gonna be a debacle. Where
Man,
A1 at?
A1 is coming on right now. He's coming on right now.
Yo, see, I'm not trying to divide because the N word, like the spiritually niggas know they niggas. I'm not gonna debate that. What I was trying to paint this picture with the copper color races is not only prove that definition is not acceptable, and even if it was acceptable, right? It's still gonna prove there's various races here that was distinct unto themselves, supporting what I already know, because I know tribally that would be incest if every dark-skinned person in America just want to be all happy and together. That would be more like incest. So we know there's going to be a confederation
Well,
of
let me ask
ethnicity.
you, who came up with the concept of races?
That exactly. So that's a great question. So it's in and out. It's check it out. If we accept the definition, we got to break it down. Racist
Well,
is
we
pseudo, so
fact.
that go to show you we can't even accept the definition. That's how we got to get
So
all these people to stop accepting that definition, brother. That's why I'm up here. You just proved it. Race
so
is
what we
pseudo by
get,
itself.
yeah, what we get, it starts with these Europeans who are very racist, and they're trying to explain the differences in people, but they also add in the notion why they feel like they're better. That's the
Right,
only
right.
way
White
race.
supremacy
That's the
is,
only
is the
yeah. That's the
notion.
only way race comes in.
Right.
Because
That's what they're using, this eugenic Darwinism anyway. So the whole definition is pseudo, right? And that's all the picture I was trying to paint, so we can stop, because these are the people that we got
well,
more hating, by the way. These same people who accept this pseudo will sit up here and show you some pictures, of some old Moors, but we can show y'all some pictures of thousands of dudes in prison sagging, humping each other on the block right now. Right? We can go all the way
okay.
around with this slander. That's the only reason I ever pop up when these dudes try to paint a picture about a Moor that they say
Well,
themselves don't even
I don't
exist.
really like when you say these dudes, because people already compress who could. Can you identify? Some
Okay.
expo-
Let me clear this up. Because I ain't trying to bully your chat at all. AP and A1, not that I'm ducking any debate with them, they are actually pro-Moorish or more. They teach information. So I'm obviously not talking about y'all, right? Let's get that out the way. But people who got smoked for Moors openly, especially the ones I've encountered, they know who I am. But let's just clear the air right now. I'm not talking about AP or A1, because they are the only Aboriginals I know that positively show Moors in a good light sometimes, right? So it's a gang of dudes, and I just feel like me against the world when it comes to defending Moorish, man. And I try to iterate. Moorish Americans are not the Moors. It is just the figment of Zab Sigma's imagination. Like he mentioned, there's two types of Moors. That's his talking point rhetoric. That's not real professionals. He's just making up conversation for the case of confusion. There's no two different types of Moors. It's only one true definition of Moor. Our etymological standpoint is Moriah means God. We are beefing with patriarchs because patriarchs want to say God is a man. We're like, no, if you go and get your God, when he was 3 years old, he was sitting on his mom's lap and he came from his mama's womb. So he's not a God. That's what we teach. Your God can't be a God because he comes from a woman. Prove to us where this woman comes from. You feel me? And then you would show us where God is at. Nobody can do that. And that's why we are Moorish. These one more thing. These teaching are for our people that's inside with us. We're not trying to teach everybody who we barely know. And they just simply just making up stuff, and we know they don't know what they're talking about, y'all. That's come on, man. It's disrespectful, man. It's 2023, man. Let's just keep it intellectual and science. Science is not somebody making up stuff for the sake of conversation.
So you saying you got some esoteric information within your Moorish school of thought. But this is what I say. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. I got that from back. Now, these Moors was in Europe. And like these the ones right here. They were out there gallivanting with the upper echelon of the European royalty. They started sailing the seas. One of them was allegedly with Christopher Columbus and showed him how to get to America because they've been traveling to America. How else would they know about America? Now I'm trying to figure out, was they working with the people or was they working with the Euros? I just need some clarity for me.
Those you speak of are Berbers from the Ottoman Empire. Those pale skinned Europeans called them Moor because that's a description of people who are darker than them. They could have called anybody else on the planet Moor because we were all darker than them. You're speaking of the Berbers who were in bed with those Europeans coming over here to colonize us. He's speaking of Moorish Americans. It's something totally different.
Right, and
Okay.
they're hearing the Moor in that, and they automatically trying to connect us to some historical Moors that we don't even know exist. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I
we're a
mean, I
group
could
of
get
people.
behind that, brother. I'm with you on
Well,
that. I could get behind that.
I want to add on to what Peter said, and we can't even say historical Moors because the falsely reiterated historical Moors, because we know that the history goes a lot deeper between those uh, original Aboriginals peoples. Y'all gotta
So
do.
basically, like they
I'm not
took
even
the
gonna
term
ask.
Moors and they was putting it on Berbers. I got you. Now I'm gonna do my own fact check research, and if my research pans out, I'll be the first one to come on here and say, yeah, man, what they saying is official. Them niggas is Berbers. They not even Moors.
Yeah, the ones you speaking of, they spoke Arabic, and they were the ones that went into Spain and stuff. Them
Right.
not the Moorish Americans. That's totally different. Two different peoples.
Can you
Yeah.
explain the difference between cultures and peoples and Moors of Europe and Moors of America?
You got to know it. Not a coincidence. If you want to go first, you know anything?
That was Unconscious Amarukan. That was good.
Okay.
I do have one last question though, right?
Wait,
Because you
what?
said you gave. I
He
got
wasn't
one
talking. He
last.
thought you was somebody else, not coincidence. My bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. I
all right,
got.
my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got one last question. Can
Hey,
you
A1 was
define?
in the chat, man. Hit the link, A1, man. What you going? What you
There's no
doing,
way
man?
you getting out of here without answering my questions either, Zab. By the way, you can't do all the inquisiting, and we don't know nothing
Let's
about
do.
you.
I'll answer your question because I've been questioning
I'm
you all
still
day.
trying to hear the
Go
difference
ahead, ask me some
between a
questions.
Moorish
Go ahead.
American and a Moorish European. What's the
Zab definitely
difference?
ducking questions.
A Moorish American and a Moorish European. There is no Moorish Europeans. Europeans etymology means black lake. When you look at the word, uh, I've never in my life heard of Moorish Europeans, but I've heard people use Moors as a description, and they generally use the Mauritanian description or the Greco-Romans named them Moors definition. That's what I normally hear. But Moorish Americans are people who stem from the mound builder people called the Wells people, or the Hopewellian period, or the Hopewellian exchange. And these people are known in history as Gaelic or Gaelic, now known as French, right? So the Moorish Americans are the motherly people, motherly, peaceful people who so-called civilized Europe and brought technology and industry there. That's the only Moorish people I know besides other Asiatics in the Pacific diaspora called the Morayas. You can look them up, and the Moriori, right? And the Moras. We got these people in the Americas. These are the only other Moors I know. That's the only way I can answer your question besides the ones from America that went to Europe.
And you got the Chamorro people in the Pacific also.
Right, the Kimoro, they're
Now,
Kimoro and the Kimor, right? You're right.
now, would it be fair to say that those Gaelic people that went up and civilized France, that those people that were in Europe, they were calling they were calling the Gaelic people Moorish people? Were they saying? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, I think the Moorish were classified after they lost and when usurped, they was classified as Berbers, which means foreigner. They started coming up with names like Westerner and foreigner and French. French is another word for Farangai, and it means foreign. So these are the names they were just giving them descriptions for foreigners. That's it. We're taking it literally, thinking they're talking about the real people. You know what I mean? But it's different times and different groups of people. That's the best way I could explain it. It's just so much confusion in the understanding of these words. Like for instance, French is not a people. It just means foreign when you really do the definition. Berber means a foreigner, courtesy of brother root words. So there's no such thing as a Berber race. It's just make believe. The people are actually called Amazi, and they speak a language called Tafanic, right? And Moribi language, right? And this is the language of the Grebo people who was colonized by the Maryland people. This is what Kid Grebo come from. All of them agents. They know that we don't know this stuff, right? So Moorish is another way of
You said the
explaining
Maryland
Western.
people. You said
The
the
who?
Maryland people. The
Yeah, the Maryland
Maryland people.
colony people, the Maryland, Virginia, Mississippi. When
Oh
our people colonized Africa.
no,
Yeah.
Yeah, the American
mean,
Colonization Society. They were sent out to
so
Nova
that
Scotia and then sent out to Liberia.
Yeah.
They went to
yeah, but
Nova
that
Scotia
Somebody
happened.
first.
said I'm proving Moors is foreign. Exactly. When we're using it in a sense over there, we don't use that over here, Berbers.
Niggas
They call
saying
them Berbers
anything.
over there, so that means they're foreign to there. You're proving my point, Michael Ray or Michelle Ray. Comprehension don't cost. Don't cost at all.
Okay, so for those people again, so what do you think that they called themselves? Now I understand that you're saying, you're identifying, with being a Moorish American, but what did those people call themselves? Do you have an idea what they meant, what they called themselves, or did they call themselves Moorish people?
PNF, I believe that question was proposed to you. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Listen, we got 275 people in here. Let's get a couple people
Hey, Ma Pop, my
in the
bad.
And
chat.
I got another question
Let's
for
get a
him
couple.
too.
Hold on, Shaka. I know I got y'all guys. I got y'all. We got a few people on the panel that want to get it in as well. We got one True Searcher, and we got Jersey 777, aka Lightman Z. Let's get a few people to hit that like button, share the live stream, man. Let's get a couple people to support the channel while we going live. We're not going to be in here long. Also, if you have not purchased your tickets for March 17th debate, Untouching this one versus Not a Coincidence, link and information is in the description box. Also, pay-per-view March 18th, Big Aboriginal Power versus Rob Bourne of the Dagger Squad and Amara Squad. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, links in the description box as well. Make sure y'all support the channel. We got 2 people that supported already that purchased the event for A1 and Not a Coincidence. All proceeds will be allocated to the participants. So make sure y'all support those brothers. They go ahead, you guys. Let's get it in.
I got a question, bro.
Grizzly.
I got a what's up,
I'm still
Alabama?
trying to
Go on, get
figure
to
out.
it. Cause you know I'm coming with number 5. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you civilized niggas talk first, cause I ain't got nothing but smoke.
Thanks for the invitation. Keep them running. I only had one question in the context of this statement. Whoever on the panel wants to answer it. British, Irish, Scottish, Polish, Jewish, etc. are adjectives attached to a noun. Only American is what's defined. That's the bottom line, and that's what's going to clear out all of this nonsense in the House. And I yield.
Yo, I didn't even hear Brother Adam Green's take when I left. If he can repeat that. But let me just say this right quick about the ish. British, Scottish. See, these are queens, these are mother queens and regents. When you look at these names, Brittany. So when we put ish, we're saying men of mother. That's all. We can look up the definition for ish. It's universally Moabitic and Hebrew. And Mormon is like we can't claim to be the woman because that would be what? Gender fluidity. So we're saying more men of mother. That's what we mean by Moorish, and we trump everybody because nobody can prove to us that their mother is older. See, this is our idealisms, accepted or not.
So my thing is, I'm trying to figure out if the Moors is friends or foe. All right, you see that little nigga right here? You see, he try to dye his hair. He try to dye his
I'm
beard
definitely
white,
your
trying to
foe.
blend
I'm
in with
letting
the
you know
rest
to
of them.
your face. I'm not your buddy. I'm not with you. I'll let you know that through the door. I don't
Right there,
support your culture. I don't support
like they.
you. I'm a Chicagoan.
So we see them out there with the Euros going to battle. Hold up. We see them out there. Look at the other nigga right there. There's 2 of them arming up with the Euros, ready to go to battle with the natives. So you saying you
That's
not
just a
one of them?
picture. That could be the
These the
Mameluke.
coons.
We have an army
You call
unit
them the
called the
Berbers.
Mameluke. Listen, man, that's just a picture. That ain't really telling us the truth.
But
And plus, that's in
picture.
Europe. We don't know what's
No, I'm
going
saying, no,
on, bro.
I'm with you. You saying that these the Berber coons? You saying that these the Berbers, right?
No, that's not
Although,
what I'm saying, bro.
according
Like,
to
I'm not even gonna
history,
deal with you, bro, because it's like you
they just
making
call
up
these
stuff,
niggas.
brother.
Listen, according to history, they just call these niggas Moors. You know what I'm saying?
No, they
That's what they
didn't.
do.
No,
So
they
I think you
didn't.
should
No,
help
they didn't.
correct the record and let the people know about the distinction, because it
Okay.
seems like you saying that a Moor is a descendant of a mother or some shit that you said earlier. And you saying
Right.
that these Moors is Berbers, these niggas that's arming up with the Europeans, riding around on horses and shit, going to war with the natives.
Right. They're
So you
definitely
got to
that's
make that
right. Right.
distinction for the
Right.
people.
Right. You right. You cleared that up. I appreciate it. You said with the natives. When you mention natives, obviously they're Berbers, because like I said, Berbers mean foreigner. So you're correct. My bad, brother.
But the Berbers still, we talk when you talk about the Berbers, you're talking about from what the 1600s all the way up until at the end of the 1800s. Before the 1600s, they were still referring to people that was up in Europe during the medieval times as Moors too, as Moors as well, and some of those people were Christian. Um, so I mean, it kind of goes back to my first question. What did the people from America, what did they call themselves? Did they call themselves Moorish, or did they call themselves something else that we're kind of like missing right here?
Okay. I can answer that. First of all, you cannot be a Christian and a Hebrew and be a Moor, because a Moor believe in Mother God. It is impossible to be a patriarch and a believer in Mother God at the same time. That's pseudo. And what the people would have called themselves in layman's terms in our language and ideology would be gods, Els and bays. We use simple terminology. El to us mean God. More is another way to say love or God. Out of love, our Creator made us. Out of love. So we believe the all in all God is love. So more to us gets us closer to the word love, mother,
What is
right?
the source for all of this?
I'm saying we can debate all that, buddy, because you ain't showing nothing. You just asking questions. We can
No, I'm
debate it though.
asking you, where did you get these descriptions from? You saying
From my
Bay and Bell
superior
and Moore and
research.
all this shit means
I
some other
didn't hear
shit.
you. My bad. I was talking over you. My bad. You said El Bay and all
I'm
types of
asking
shit.
you, what's the source for all of? Because you just said like Bay and Bell mean
No, I
love
said
and
Bay. Bay.
all
El
this.
means God or creator, and Bay is
Yeah, yeah.
governor to
So
us.
what's the source for this stuff? So I could go research it myself.
The source for it.
Is it Noble Drew Ali?
The best
Yeah,
mainstream source.
I think that's Arabic.
Nah, that's not Arabic. Arabic just mean West. The best source would be for somebody like you is the MSTFA. That'd be
No, the
the best
style
source
of
for you.
writing, like if you put L or Bay, something like because there's other people that were named that, and they
Right.
use the word, they use that L, and they're Muslims. That's why a lot of our people that are Aboriginals in this community, they're not identifying with that because they know that there's people that are, like you said, some of those Berbers and some of those other people that in Morocco and people from Spain and Iberia, they use those terminologies. They use like L this and L that or Bay this. That's the language.
Hey, I'm
That's
a
what
L.
that's what
Look,
we
look, look.
mean.
Yeah.
I'm a L, and I'm an Atanchan. So what's up?
Okay, now that's
Where's that?
sweet.
Where
So
the
now
smoke at?
where did you get that name from
L
in regards
L.
to your
Don't
family?
look when you look at all the angels. What do the angel names and most of the angels names end with?
Right.
El, right? When you look
That
at the Elohim,
The
the Elohim.
Bible?
When
the
you look at
Bible
the,
though, you talking
I
about the
mean, hey,
Bible when you saying
I'm
angels.
when you
We don't
brother.
use that.
Okay, well, who is we?
Who is we exactly? That's the
Hold on,
point I want to
hold on,
make.
wait, Pim,
Well, I'm sorry.
Pim,
I'm
hold
speaking
on.
for
Who
I'm
is
speaking
you
now
speaking for?
my family is Tuscarora. So
Okay, I'm
but
telling some of my family Tuscarora too.
okay, and so when I say we, I'm talking about from an Aboriginal
I'm
standpoint.
an Aboriginal and a Tanchan. I'm
We
an
don't read
Aboriginal. Look,
we
this
don't refer
A1
to the
right here you
Bible.
talking to. This A1 you talking to. I reference the
Okay,
Bible. I
yeah,
don't
but
care who say it's mystery.
my family we don't
I
refer to the
reference the
Bible.
Bible though. I do. I reference
Okay,
it though.
and the reason why we don't is because we have family members who who fought in the Tuscarora War against what we call Christians, people who called themselves
The
Christians or
Bible is scriptures. If the Bibles is scripts that they found throughout the Americas and just compiled and put into one book and told
well,
you was a
they they
Christian.
they,
So
they were actually the Bible actually. The New Testament was actually scripted, like you said, it came together, but that was in 1452.
you
And
sure about that?
that was not
You
in
sure it
America.
was in 1452? You sure?
Yeah, it was in 1452.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, look it up.
It ain't no 1452.
It's 1452 when the New
There
Testament
is
was.
no
That's when it was first. That was when it was first.
1452. My
That's
dude,
when it
listen,
was
brother.
printed
Brother,
out.
listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to
All
what I'm
right,
telling you. Listen to what I'm
I ain't
telling
gonna
you.
argue.
And I just say this to everybody who be shooting dates out because we don't know what timeline it is. We don't know what dates it is. We don't know none of this stuff.
That's right. I wasn't there.
The
I
count,
wasn't there.
the Gregorian calendar in which everybody reference was created in the 1500s. AD and BC was created in 1600s.
No, it
So
wasn't.
I
No, it wasn't.
promise you it was. Look
No, it
up
wasn't. So
Dionysus. Look up
listen.
Dionysus. Look up
What?
Dionysus.
But see,
Dionysus is the
but we
person
going
that
off the
created
subject.
AD and BC.
But we going
It
off the
didn't happen
subject
in the
when it comes to
You
1600s,
just,
brother.
hey, you know
incorporating
what? Real quick,
Listen.
Christianity.
let me say one thing real quick,
No,
man.
I want to say
Look,
you said
you know
more
why
important
niggas,
shit than that. You still saying
look.
anything.
You know what the problem is with you, not a coincidence? You the stupid mother. You think you a smart motherfucker, but you really
No,
stupid.
hold that off, man.
You
Y'all
really a
got a
stupid
debate
mother. Nah,
coming.
nah,
But
nah.
look,
Hey,
No.
you see how quick
Let me
you
say
see
what
how
I'm gonna
quick
say.
he
Don't
say he
nobody
go to that?
interrupt me. Don't nobody interrupt me.
Quick he
Real
get
talk.
disrespectful.
I'm on
That's
that
why
type of time
Friday
right
the
now. Look,
17th,
I'm on
I'm
that
gonna
type of time
murder
right now.
him.
Look, check it out. The problem is with you, not a coincidence. You the stupid. You was an idiot savant because you sit up here and you reference all this shit, but you don't never think outside of the passage and what you reading. You can't think outside of any of the
He
literature
don't.
that you
He
read.
don't know how to use his own brain.
Yeah, you don't know
He
how
uses the brain that the white man installed in
you a
front of him.
fucking android, nigga.
He
You are
Bro,
called your
fucking
listen,
you
ass
an
an
android
all
AI,
that
my
shit is
nigga.
garbage. Listen, what
iBot,
he
like
said is
iRobot.
not true. What
Why
he
it's
said
not
isn't
true?
true.
So
Because
the Gregorian calendar wasn't created in 1572?
that's not what I'm talking
So
about,
what are
brother.
you talk? Why do cherry pick it
You
on what I'm
said
saying?
no, you saying bullshit. You saying AD and BC was created in the 1600s. That's
It
not
was. It was
true.
created. It was created in 1620.
It was created in the
It was
500s.
created. It
And
was created in
listen,
1620 by
and then so
Dionysus. By
listen, what's the
Dionysus, nigga.
difference?
I'm giving you the time and I'm giving you the
Yeah,
source.
and it's in
Look,
the
man, I see you
500s.
Friday. I see you Friday right
Anybody
now.
can look it
Look,
up
look,
and
look.
see that
I'll see
A1's
you
wrong
Friday.
right
No,
now.
everybody gonna look it up and search. They're not gonna
Yeah,
research.
and they're
See,
gonna
that's the
see you
problem.
dead
That's the
wrong, like you
problem
Hey,
with
always
you
hold
say.
on,
idiots.
hold on,
Look it
y'all.
up right now.
Hold on. That's why it's very important for you guys to get y'all tickets, man. Y'all don't want to miss this
This nigga,
debate
you ain't
Friday.
not a coincidence.
Y'all
Yo,
gonna
he's
You
want
still a,
always
tickets.
you
wrong.
was a
He's
little boy
always
to me. Look,
wrong.
look, look, look. You was a little boy to me. You ain't on my level. That's the reason why you always looking up to me, guy, trying to challenge me. You're not on my level, my dude. You're a little boy to
Make
me.
this shit up. No, because
You are
the
a little
shit you
boy.
do,
You're not
like
on
you
my
say
level.
1600,
You're
so
not,
you can
brother. I just
listen.
referenced
You
it, and I'm
try
not
to,
gonna say nothing. Let
and
everybody look
you're
it up.
wrong.
Right? Let
And they're gonna
everybody
say
look
you're
it up. Let
wrong.
everybody look it up. Let everybody look it up.
Tell them to look it
Yeah,
up.
I'm not telling nobody
Tell them.
nothing. You
Yeah,
gonna tell the
because they're
people.
gonna come back and
You
tell you
go
you
tell. Ain't
wrong.
nobody gonna come back and say nothing to me, brother.
Listen, you the cult leader. They're
I
gonna listen
already
to
done did a
you,
bill doing all this, nigga. This is the only
and you
reason.
dead
This
wrong,
is
and
the
that's
only
why you be
reason how
wrong
you
all the
know what
time.
the Gregorian calendar is, white slavery,
Just
and all this other stuff that I be
Yo, did
talking about.
anybody
But
look
you
it
ain't
up
know
when,
about none of this shit.
Dionysus was alive?
but
He created it in 525.
to get back on what
Nobody,
A1
right?
said earlier, man, like different tribes got different histories. So when you said that about the L, that's something that I'm just not familiar with. So it doesn't mean it's not true. And just to kind of bring everybody together, that's something that we could probably look into to to find the connections
Where
because
you
there
getting
might
your
be a
tribal
connection there.
history from? Where you getting your tribal information from?
Man, I'm getting I'm getting it from my me and my father actually been getting a lot of this information because we had learned this about 7 years ago from
So
where
you
my
okay?
grandmother where she came from Duplin in Bertie County. They moved from Bertie County to Duplin, and then from Duplin they came up here to Ohio. Um,
Somebody breathing hard than a motherfucker, man.
yeah,
Somebody mute their mic, bro. But go ahead.
and so
Or
from
lose some
when we
fucking
learned
weight.
that in Bertie County, um, that where they were living, where they came from, it was actually it was an Indian reservation, but
So
we didn't
you
know it
don't
was an
tell
Indian.
me you went to the Indian reservations for records.
Hell no, no.
Okay then.
We just found out that's where our family came from, and eight was like in 1860s. Like in 1860s, they moved from there and moved to Duplin County.
The
And
L is an infinite word, my dude. 1800 is not going to qualify for the timeline when we talk about the Elohim. So it's like,
so yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah, no,
understand
yeah.
if you
No, I'm
don't
just
if you
saying
don't
with my
subscribe to it.
Tuscarora. I'm just
Look,
talking about my
okay.
Tuscarora
So if you
background.
don't subscribe to it, see what I do is this, right?
Uh-huh.
I study the America. I already didn't study the tribes and all that goofy shit, right? I study the Americas. I study the shit that was found in America,
Right.
and I relate that back to my people. So if you just going
Oh,
by hearsay,
you talking about like the artifacts and stuff like that.
everything. This shit is infinite, my dude. It's infinite information that pertains to the Americas, brother.
Like
Infinite.
right now, since I found an actual family member in or a part of a tribe, that's kind of where I'm staying. I'm sticking. I'm not saying that I don't got cousins or other lines. If you see me, if people see a picture of me, they know like I got
Do you
multiple
own a war
lines.
bonnet? Do you own a war bonnet?
A war, but no, I have not done that. I've not done that yet.
I mean, you cop yourself a war bonnet. That's what your people was wearing, right?
Well, I want the way from what I was told is that you got to kind of be. It's something that's placed. You got to earn it. It's something that you've done.
My
It's a
dude, ain't
community.
none of the northeast tribes from Maine all the way to Florida, from Florida way in the inlands of Texas and all the way back up wore no motherfucking war bonnets, my dude.
Got him.
None
Well,
of
see
them. We wore turbans with feathers in them.
well,
We wore headbands with feathers in them.
The Tuscarora was a multi-tribal. It was a multi-tribal tribe. It consists of the Tooks, the
How far
Dogs,
away from these people? So
the
let me ask you a question, right? Look.
It's like
Look.
the
Let me ask you a question.
Oneida tribe.
Let me ask you a question.
There's a whole
I
bunch
know
of
all the
tribes
tribes.
that
I
makes
know
up
all
the
of them.
Tuscarora.
That
You
they
feel me? So
joined the
certain tribes,
Iroquois.
some
Yo, can
tribes
you hear
may
me
have
talking,
turbans
bro?
and stuff, but a lot of
Fam,
us have
fam,
feathered hair dress.
can you hear me talking,
I
bro?
can
I
hear
mean,
you. I just wanted to
all
make
right,
that
but
point.
not to get long-winded with the information, because most of us already is astute with this information you're saying, right? What
Yeah,
I'm telling you is this, right? Are you talking about all them different nations, right? Look, I'm in Jersey right now, right?
yeah.
Where you at?
I'm in Ohio, Columbus.
Okay, in Columbus, Ohio, do you wear Timberlands?
Yeah, we wear
Okay, all right.
Timbs.
I'm in
Yep, we wear
Jersey and we
Timbs out
wear
here.
Timberlands. Do you wear fitted hats?
We don't wear fitted hats no more. We used
I
to.
mean, okay, all right. So you used to,
Snapbacks.
right? Okay, all right. White T-shirts, fucking Nikes, and all the other shit that all the other Negroes wear from
We
California, from
yeah
California all the way to the East Coast. So that means
we'll
that
take
all the
both.
tribes was doing the same shit, bro. We eat the same food. You eat okra, and you like okra, stew, corn. I mean, okra, stew, tomatoes, and
I mean,
corn.
but that's cool. But you gotta be careful with conception, like
Nah, it's
conceptualism.
not
I mean,
conception.
that's a
It's
good idea, but you gotta
observation.
actually have
It's called
somebody in your
observation.
family. Yeah, but that's
None of
still
your family
conception.
gonna tell you.
Or
None of your
someone
family gonna
someone
tell you
else,
the
but
history,
maybe another family member, maybe
brother.
somebody
My
that's in
dude,
the
look.
tribe or associated with the
Okay,
tribe is going to
in
tell
a
you what they
tribe,
do.
I don't
But you
trust
can't just make
nobody's
it
in a
up.
tribe. I don't
But you
trust
can't just
nobody
make.
who's in a
But you
tribe.
can't just make things up on
Obviously,
your
people
own.
don't understand what the dooms, the verses is, and what that whole plan was, and what the doctrine of discovery ultimately did.
I trust nations. I don't trust tribe. People like, oh yeah, I joined this
Well,
tribe. Why you do
there's
that?
people of the nation that's going to hand down certain things and certain rituals, certain clothings. They'll tell you what
Are
that
they
is, and then you
teaching you
just mimic it.
science? Are
Well,
you learning
science,
any
you
science
gotta
from
be able for science, you gotta be able to repeat it on your own to have an understanding of it.
I'm
So if you
talking about
can't
our
repeat
science. Our science.
any science, you
No,
gotta
I'm
be
not
able to
saying
repeat it
any.
on
I'm
your
not
own.
saying. Look. Since you speaking on
Science
your
is
family,
science. That's
you
how I look at
just.
it. It's only one science.
Yeah, okay. But what I'm saying is, since you speaking on your family,
That's right.
I'm saying the science of your family. Not
That's right.
don't go with
That is the
universal
only
science.
science. That's the only science I know.
And what science What science was that?
I mean, what science you giving me? It's
No,
science.
what science did your family teach you?
It's
That's all I'm
only one
asking.
science.
Nah, it's multiple. It's
No,
multiple
there's only one
sciences.
science.
So what you saying? Science is just ingenuity or engineering,
Science is
creation. What?
Science
There's
is
different types of science. There's
all
there's
right.
there's biological, there's bioscience, there's physical science,
Well, what
there's
science do you
mental
believe?
science.
I believe science can go
I'm
in any
saying, well, what did
direction.
your family teach you? Since you want to
It
interrupt me
just
and say your family taught you something, what did you don't deal with the L's? What did your family teach you with science? What traditions did your family have?
when it comes to science, we learn more about we talk about the stars, we talk about the constellations.
So you ain't got no
We talk.
geometry. You don't have no geometry. You ain't
I
got no
mean,
metric
I mean,
system.
I'm very good at math. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not
Like,
talking about what you was
I mean,
taught in
that's
school. I'm talking
geometry.
about
Geometry.
outside.
Geometry. The
But
word geometry
did your
is
grandmother teach you
mathematics.
geometry?
No, my school teacher
Okay,
taught
then.
me
So
geometry.
okay, so your
Who
grandmother.
taught
So
you geometry?
what you? But
The
see,
fuck you
listen,
mean?
my dude. Listen, the reason I asked you that, understand this, right? And it's no shun of you, right? You get multiple individuals up here who talk that family shit and talk
Yeah,
about their family knew everything. Their family didn't know everything. Your family
right.
don't really even know this. You don't even. Your culture is what you doing right now.
That's true. But
You
you
ain't
have to
got
have
no
your own
Indian tribal
mind.
culture. You ain't got because
But
if
that's
you
why you
had
got to have your
Indian,
own
oh,
mind, and you have
if
to
you
be able
had,
to
but
repeat
listen,
it.
if
You
you
have to be
had
able to
any
show your
Indian,
proof.
okay, if you had any Indian tribal culture, your grandmother who told you was an Indian, you would have seen her exhibiting these cultural ramifications. You would have seen her doing it. You would have seen her running around with a. Obviously, we're not them type of Indians. See, that's what people get it messed up. They get the word Indian.
Uh-uh.
The Indian is connotative, and then they
They the
start looking
internet
into these
kind.
tribes and start looking at all this goofy shit. Nigga, our people had the science from 0 to 9.
I'm gonna be real. My grandmother didn't call herself an Indian.
What she
That's for
just said,
real.
the name of her tribe, right?
People in our people in our family were saying that she was an Indian, or outsiders would say she was an Indian. You look at her, you could tell she's an Indian, but that's not what she called herself. Goes back to when we were talking earlier about Moorish and Jewish. When people were naming someone else, they go by either whoever they are, whatever that family name was. You know what I mean? For us, it was Blunt. So she's like, I'm Blunt. My family been here. We always been here. My grandmother, my grandfather. That's the way we talk.
Do
But
you
they
think it's
didn't even
something
get
bigger
into
than your
all
family though?
that
Do you think?
Indian and all that.
Look,
That was what the Europeans was
do you
calling us.
think your reality is bigger than the stuff that? Remember, your family didn't teach you everything.
I understand, but they did. They
So,
teach me my morality. They teach me my
I
morality is my
understand the
base.
morality, but so
And so your
did
base
you?
kind of helps you guide you with everything that we
Yes,
learn,
that's a
everything we
fact.
come across.
Hmm.
Okay, you go ahead. I'm still listening. I just want to make that
That's
point.
your connection back to the all, or what I call a L.
Okay.
The L is the universal transmitter to transmit all of these frequencies and this consciousness frequencies, and the all also transmit the lower self frequencies to tell you go kill a nigga, to go tell you do all that because there's a balance, there's polarities. Yin and yang, night and day, salt and pepper. So it's polarity. So when I'm saying this, right, because people have people just stuck on stupid. If you listen to a lot of people come up here talk about their Indians, tribe, and all that shit, yeah, nah, your family ain't know everything. That's why you going outside of your family to learn what you learning now. Because if your family knew everything, you wouldn't have to go outside. You wouldn't have to go to school. You wouldn't have to go to university. You wouldn't have to go work for nobody. So
Facts.
obviously your family didn't teach you everything.
Yep, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So when you get in what you asked the brother PMF or whatever about the Moor, I'm not a Moorish American.
Yeah,
I'm a Maru Moor, and I'm a Amaru.
I
So I'm not
feel
gonna say I'm Moorish. I'm not gonna say that. I'm a Moru Moor or Amaru.
I'm a rule. Yep, I'm with that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Y'all
And
can't
I'm
tell
gonna look
Jim
more into
Jones
that
making
L
this
shit.
shit
Come
up.
on, man. You just
I like
sound like
it.
you following to be following, bro. He really just
Shit,
exposed
making
you
this shit
don't know
up.
what you're talking about, man.
But
You're
some of
from the
that, but some of
Tuscarora
that shit though,
tribe,
it's
wearing
still it's
war
still.
bonnets, and now we want to question you. We want to question
Hold on,
you, man.
let's stay on the war bonnet for a minute. So
Yeah, man. Like you doing good, A1.
the
You,
war bonnet is some pseudo shit.
it's pseudo, and he's getting away with this. And now he all of a sudden agree while you just hurt my feelings and my people acting like we don't exist because you
We
don't
had
know
Lex
about us.
Vortex wearing a war bonnet, yo. We had that clown wearing one. We like, yo, here, put this on. And then and that nigga was putting it on and doing shows and shit with a war bonnet on. We sent that nigga over here. Lex Vortex was son, well, he was our son over here. We sent his ass over
He's
here,
another
nigga.
one, man, who need to get. He
See,
need to
this
stop
is
the
how you
hate.
gotta talk. You gotta talk greasy about these niggas, cause these niggas is sons, man. That was Chief Holiday's son. Chief Holiday said, "Here, take this war bonnet and put this on for the people, man. Since you represent the Indians," and he did. He did as he was told. He put the war bonnet on and reported to duty. You know what I'm saying? Like real
Man,
talk.
y'all niggas is over here playing that. Oh, now y'all niggas against it. I got you. Say
Fact.
less.
Fact.
Yeah, they
This nigga,
fronting right
this
now.
nigga not a. Hey, look,
Hey, we
this
ain't gonna
nigga not a
stunt, nigga.
coincidence. Is
Fact.
next. Look
Oh, okay.
at the Friday when he take this L, he's next. He gonna have a war bonnet on. This information gonna smack the shit out of you and make you like, oh shit, I am an Aboriginal. Nigga said he related to Metacog or King Philip and shit. Gonna say he got
Who said
5%.
that shit? Who
This
said
nigga
that
said
shit?
he got
How
5%
he
Native
find them
American.
records?
This nigga said he got 5% Native
See, he
American.
going off what Naughty
His
said.
whole mother side of his family is Indians, right? And look, he
I
say
ain't
he got
never heard
Look,
bro say
5%.
that shit.
This nigga is a clown, and on Friday you gonna get dealt with. You gonna get dealt
yo,
with in
see,
the
this
worst
what
way.
this what A1 do. He just try
No,
to
it's a. I
overtalk
promise
to
you.
make it
I
seem like
promise.
he
I'm
right.
not
You
over
not right
talking. You
about
ain't saying
nothing.
nothing.
You not
You
right
said your
about nothing.
family was King Philip, which was a
Did you
NASA
hear me
carrier,
say that?
which
Did
was
you
a
hear me
NASA
say
guy. You
that?
agree? Look,
Did
you didn't.
you hear me
Did
say
you
that?
rebut Naughty when he was
You
making them
was talking the whole
allegations?
time.
Did you
Not yo,
rebut him?
A1.
Did you say no?
You
I'm
was
not.
talking
I'm
the
not
whole
fed.
time.
No, you
I said
acquiesced.
I
Nah, money
clearly
grip.
said Naughty
Nah,
don't know
nah,
what he's
nah,
talking
nah,
about.
nah.
I
That
said
shit.
Naughty don't know what he's
Listen,
talking about.
that shit
You're
that you tell
lying right
yourself
now.
don't work over here with us,
You're
man.
lying.
That shit you be looking in the mirror telling
You're
yourself you're
lying right
African.
now.
That shit don't work over here with us, man.
You lying right
Don't you
now.
know that by now?
You're lying though.
When you gonna get therapy, yo?
When you gonna stop lying?
When are you gonna seek therapy for yourself, bro?
Nah, when you
You
gonna
need
stop lying?
therapy, bro.
You need to stop lying.
You around here promoting that the gods were slaves and we
Cause you
and all of this other primitive self fucking disrespecting shit, disrespecting our ancestors, right? When are you gonna get some
Okay,
therapy?
that's enough teasing. That's enough marketing and
all they
prepping
wanna
for the
do is
main
lie.
event. Can I, at Big
All they do is
Aboriginal
lie.
Power, you still with us, brother? Because maybe since I keep getting bumped back and forth by StreamYard, I tried to ask a simple thing which did not get addressed. American is what it is defined to be, and every other else ethnic, immigrant, etc. group or population is attempting to attach itself to it. That was the only reason why I made the ish representatives. There are hyphenated quote unquote Americans, and we already know the imposter status of Native Americans. Could you please be so kind as to maybe bring up either the definition of Native, the Know Nothing Party, or any other way so people understand who these Mongoloid, Siberian, or $5 hoes that are imposters trying to supplant the only American? That was the point of my original question. Now, anyone on the panel can respond or not, but
And I respond.
regardless of that, the fact remains adjectives are attaching themselves to a noun.
Right.
Any reference is trying to associate oneself with one only unique people. And that is why their name continues to be changed. And that is why these termites, this vermin, and these leeches are attaching themselves to the Aboriginal. And I yield.
Yo, let me
Hey,
answer that first, brother.
Ooh,
Please.
I
If you don't
got
mind,
that
A1.
shit.
go ahead, go
Please.
no, do your thing, true.
Uh yeah, you truth up here. Oh yeah. Anyway,
Oh, that's
yeah, that's
PMS. Go ahead,
PNF. Yeah.
do your thing, brother.
The American definition. I really agree with that, brother, because that's the most important thing with identity theft and land theft is the original inventors of this word and this culture, American. Now, when we add our pedigree is distinguishing from different races, because once again, most people we go off the 1828 definition to make ourselves feel proud as copper colored people. That's our number one go to. Oh, look, the 1828 say copper colored races. So off bat, like I said, we are mentioning several distinct groups in America, not one. So in North America, when we do our research, we do find a sort of tribal confederation of people called the Americans without the A, right? Americans, and we got other variations all throughout the country, but Moricans and Americans is found on the East Coast near Maryland, and they boast 15,000 years of presence in the Americas. So I believe the Americans are the people in America that call themselves Moorish Americans today. That's what I believe. But or what we can just say Aboriginal,
No,
which
but
is the
you got it.
mixed.
You was right. You right about the Americans. That's an ancient word. Americana going and,
America is
and
the new word, is what I'm trying to prove with
no,
the
but
vowel on it, right?
yeah, with the I in there and stuff. But the original word without the I, America. What is it?
It was
America.
Amaru. Amaru is the
But
original word.
that's another
Nah, the
group. I think the
KI, you got to
Incas.
know what the suffix
That's
is.
no, that's them
You have
Incas.
to, all right, okay,
No,
but
there's two. There's two though. There's two. You're
listen,
right about that one, but there's
listen, but
another
my
one.
brother, listen, listen to me, brother. Amaru is an extension of Amarakapana, Amaraka,
Yeah.
America, Amaraka. All of that is an extension from the term Amaru.
Okay.
Amaru was supposed to be the serpentine father of this land. Okay? When you
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah.
Quetzalcoatl, I know people don't deal with it, but I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
talk that Star Wars shit. So please be mindful. So look, when you talk about Quetzalcoatl, right? Or you talk about Kukulkan, right? Or you talk about Thoth name when he was in Peru and it spread it throughout the land of the Amur of the Serpentine was Amoru.
Yeah.
Amaru is the word
Yeah.
Ka or key is land, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's land. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's what I was trying to say. But you're right. Absolutely.
I
Hey, Ali
support it.
Bamu,
Turns into Amaru.
Ali Bamu, real quick. Do you happen to have a war bonnet? Do anybody on this panel happen to have a war bonnet?
Well, in answering your direct question is no. But I was making a point, and I'm not disagreeing with your observation, A1. The point that I'm stressing is why everybody literally on the planet is attaching themselves to the Aboriginal in a location we are calling America. I'm kind of sick and tired of this arguing over what defined word,
But like
label,
who though?
attach, etc. Hold on, because I've been listening. I did not interrupt. There is a specific, unique people, and I only keep using this for the purpose of bringing clarity. And BAP knows what I'm saying.
Right.
There's only one population of people whose name continuously changed. There's only one people on the face of this planet where every motherfucker and their mammy is running here trying to displace us off our land. If that's something in dispute by anyone, you are whatever you choose to be, but you are not with me and mine. That is the only reason why I'm bringing that point. I'm not going to quarrel or get into no chest thumping with anybody on this panel or anywhere else in this supposed community when that point needs to be stressed in everybody's conversation. If there's someone with a problem with it, they have identified themselves. Who was it Zab earlier said? Who is friend or foe? I think that's a very simple determining factor. And any of this African shit, whatever that card carrying tribal nigga is, need to be checked at the door. Bring your facts of your tribal situation. Don't come over here trying to infect others and trying to think you're going to convince people to be duped anymore. And I yield.
That's not a
Hey, can
coincidence.
I ask a Alabama question that he asked at first before we go too far off?
Right.
That's cool. Y'all
Go
good?
ahead, bro. I want to build on it too.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh God, you feel me? So let's keep it a buck, right? Like when he brought up the Native American, right? We got to understand who the first people to term themselves Native American in America, right? That'd be white people, right? 1784, first time it was ever used. European settlers and shit, trying to distinguish themselves for the poor peasants that was coming from Europe and shit. Specifically, the Germans. They did not like the Germans. Uh, a lot of this shit is descriptive terms and shit. And now we got a modern understanding to it and shit. So people don't even properly put the shit in the proper place when they use it. That's where a lot of this fucking confusion come about. Anybody can be a Native American. If you born in America, no matter what color you is, you a Native American. That's why that shit do not denote from the indigenous people that is from America. Now, I've been hearing a lot of talk, about Indian, tribe, the Moors, Hebrew, everything. One thing that I learned with studying this history is that you find all of this shit in America. America was not a monolithic place. You feel me? Just like how we got different culture in the Midwest, from motherfucking the West Coast and the East Coast. It's the same way, but we still the same people. We just got our own feng shui on how we fucking do things and shit. So that's why I don't get butthurt when I hear a brother saying like, "Oh, I'm a Hebrew. Oh, I'm a Moor. Oh, I'm an Indian." All that shit right here can be found right here in America. You feel me? So I think motherfuckers just really need to focus on the fact that we is the same people and respect each other culture. And I'm gonna
Okay.
mute up right there.
Let me follow up on Alabama. His question was why these different groups, and we had this solution a long time ago. And Dane Calloway did a video about this. Um, we believe nationality is the order of the day. This is why we can't get our business together and be a internationally recognized people. Now, most people refuse to nationalize and they tribalize and went to their reservations and accepted tender for their land or their signature. So those we would call, like he say, Native Americans to this day, or urban people living in urban areas. So right now we're making a claim under the term or the name American or American. We have to nationalize and form our own government and constitutional form of government. We're not doing that. So nobody is stopping us but us, is what I'm saying. We refuse to do that. All we want to do is argue, like Truth just said, these worthless colloquial terms and descriptions. If we are the Americans, we must nationalize, have a flag, and have the documentation where these nations of the world will recognize us as an intelligent group of people. Right? And it sounds easy, but it's really not, because you have to unite out of love. And that's why we use
Okay,
these
my
words.
young brother, I don't know who that's saying that. Is that PNF? Because I
Yeah.
wanted to engage you on that. And I agree with you. Okay. I agree with you. Not necessarily how the MSTA likes to push what Noble Drew Ali said was among nations of men type of thing. I'm saying in this fashion, whether people listen to me or understand me or not, because an elder generation has been duped and deluded. That is something else that's fostered in the philosophy of Noble Drew Ali, right? So, in doing what you just described, is my point about identity crisis. You feel what I'm saying first before we proceed, PNF?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So then once it's understood clearly, let's not quarrel over the definition. Just take the context of my statement first. There is only one. Now, Chief Holiday likes to say first American. I can understand the marketing tactic, but I'm saying the word American is in and of itself all that needs to be dealt with. Okay. That's first. Only those people are identifiable, and that's from condition, oppression, genocide, etc. You know, we can go. There's a long laundry list. I'm sure you may have seen, if you're not PNF, something posted on the Chinese government website recently. Empress Holbert brought it to the community. Did you see that document? Now, this is their spin from an Asian point of view, trying to lift up the Native American and then dismiss who the actual American is, whether you call it Indian, Aboriginal, or not. That's why I keep stressing there's only one American. You feel me? Once claiming that identity, the government and everything else you're talking about, not quarreling over the word nationality, the manner in which a group of people behave as they are identifiably understood to be and exist. You feel what I'm saying, PNF?
Yeah, but we gotta remember the word American.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
That's for
You're
their.
starting to do semantical arguments. Understand what I just said.
I do
That's another
understand it,
brother speaking.
but when you're trying to get everybody to be under one umbrella again, you're not. You got too many different groups, and the main group that's in control. You're trying to take their word and say it's our
It
word.
is not their word. Ironically, you know what's funny?
When they
Whoever it
change
was,
it,
whether it's you
hey,
who's talking now or PNF, in the definition itself, the European accepted and acknowledged in his own criminality that he stole it. That's what 111 Truth Searcher just described.
right,
In
but
the
you got
Well,
definition
he
of
didn't. Well, he
American,
didn't steal
when
it. Alabama. They the first one to term it. You know, it ain't even no theft from us. We never
Right.
said that shit. But PNL said something that was critical that I think a lot of people need to pay attention. Because at the end of the day, No matter how separate we think we is off these titles, the rest of the world look at us as one. We the only motherfucker ones that separate each other off titles, and that's why I've been saying this shit for
Exactly,
the longest.
That's
111.
wrong.
Slide the
That's not
title.
until they ready to go into Israel.
Hold on. Damn, bro, y'all been talking for like 2 hours, bro. I've been muted the whole time. Like, please let me just get 30 seconds on my root words, bro. You feel me? Hey, look. Niggas need to learn how to separate their titles and just understand on the living of, man, we the same people and we want to see each other do good. The same way how you see with the gangs and shit when the Crips and the Bloods came together back in the 60s and shit, when the folks, the Stones, the Lords, everybody, even some of the Mexican gangs and shit drew up under one umbrella for the betterment of the motherfucking community and the people. We got to start motherfucking understanding like, hey, man, these titles ain't doing nothing but separating us more than these motherfucking foreigners and shit. And the foreigners ain't confused. They don't separate us. We the only one that separate us. That's why I say everything that we going through, that shit is our fault because we not stepping up to the motherfucking plate and doing what the fuck we supposed to do. Because the rest of the world ain't confused. We the only niggas that's confused, and we confused our fucking titles. And niggas need to get that shit up out their ass, nigga, and get on business and
Amen.
shit.
Amen, 111. The only thing I was saying to add to that, because what you just described, even an example of gang behavior, is governance, is organization, is unity, right? So I keep stressing, whether people receive it the way I say it or not, identity crisis is a thing. And until that is addressed, people will not behave accordingly in any fashion that you 111 have said, or you PNF would express, or any other of you young men on this panel. You can't get people to come together when they can't coalesce around something. And the simple thing is, and I'll say this in parting, that American of all false definitions, identifiers, and definitions that have been put upon a people is clear and concise. Aboriginal, copper color, and fuck that race shit, because you know that's a concept that was created by other people. We are the only people of this land, period. And the quicker that enough of us in some tipping point embrace that, then there is a nation and a governing behavior. Do you feel what I'm saying now, PNF? Because I didn't want to be at cross purposes. I'm not in disagreement.
Oh, I'm all the way
perspective.
with you. You don't understand how much I'm with you because, like I say, my family from Utah, Alabama. We got a 250-year-old house in Utah, Alabama. Spiritually, I'm with you. I know where you're going, but it's
I
very
think that was
important.
beautifully put, Alabama. I'm with you on that, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Dad, you just gonna cut the brother off like that? Come
I
on,
am,
man.
but
What we doing
I'm
here,
not.
man?
I'm
Oh,
not
my bad.
always.
No,
I'm not.
Yeah,
I
you
had a little.
did, bro.
No,
It had to
because
do
he
with
has
really
so
race.
did,
much
my G.
anti-Moorish in him. It's just his nature to do that. He's like he come to bully Moors and they don't even exist. This is how mentally ill we are, right?
Who got a problem with Moors up here?
The brother Zab Sigma. He's
Zab.
pretty much bullying us into this historical concept of some Moors of Africa we know nothing about, or Europe and all that. And I keep telling them we got a long history in America and heritage. Just because you don't know about it, that's your fault.
Zab, why you ain't never questioned me about that? You see a Honolulu Moor up there?
I mean, y'all could be Moors if
No,
y'all
I think
want.
it had
I'm
a
not a
delay.
Moor. I
A
mean,
Moor is an
that's cool.
amoral. That's
Right.
what a
Oh, well,
Moor is.
all right,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that people, grandmothers, and their family members didn't write down that you are amoral.
But it's still a form of bullying, right? Because when we're looking at research and science, some of the best minds is up here, right? So you got to come on. You can't just pop up on anybody and say, you're not a Hebrew. You don't know what they know versus what you just know. And brother, A1 just proved you just learned what you learned 6 years ago, Adam. That's not enough years to sit up here and tell somebody, well, that wasn't here. We was the Tuscarora, man. Okay, well, I'm
Well,
from
A1, you
Chicago.
wasn't here earlier when me and the dude was having a discussion. I wouldn't say it was bullying up. Me and Smoke Signal was having a discussion with him to clarify if he was a Moor of from Arabia.
The Moors
And I was
from
showing
Arabia
him.
is descendants of the Moors in America.
Man, I'ma just keep it a buck, bro. You know, man.
man, y'all
I
going
feel like,
way too far with all that shit,
yeah,
man. I
on
mean, at the
God,
end of the
bro.
day,
Hey, look, man, niggas too stuck on the past and in the sky, nigga, instead of paying attention to what the fuck is in
Yeah.
front of them. On some G shit. Like, nigga, the past is the past, nigga. That past glory, that shit over with, my nigga. What the fuck are you gonna do now?
Right.
Yeah,
And the
and I'm with
problem
that.
is a lot of people want to do the easy shit and link up with motherfuckers thousands of miles away and claim they doing shit instead of doing that shit where the fuck they 2 feet at, nigga. That's the hard work.
Right.
Nigga, if you really popping, you can get it popping where the fuck you from. If niggas where you from don't even respect what the fuck you got to say, how the fuck you expect to do anything with a nigga far out? Cause I'm gonna be real with you. I got niggas that I went the finger with, bro. They call me all the time. You feel me? They messaging me and shit. Oh, what you think about this person? Oh, you seen this right here? Like, yeah, bro. Woo, woo, woo. Motherfuckers is really talking about that shit. And that let me know, like, okay, nigga, I got the ears of niggas where the fuck I'm from. That means more to me than any nigga on the internet listen to what I'm saying. Not saying I don't respect that the fact that they listen to what I say, and I love that shit because I don't even know them. But the fact is niggas where the fuck I'm from, they got an ear open and listening to what I'm talking about, nigga. I take that to heart more than anything, nigga. And I think other people need to get on that same type of mindset and stop playing, man. We can't keep wasting this time, bro. Another 10, 20 years, nigga, we gonna be outnumbered. They flooding us with all type of immigrants, nigga. You
building these new buildings. See how they building them buildings around our old buildings that we just
bro, they just flooded motherfucking the schools that they fucking shut down in Chicago, nigga, with a bunch of fucking immigrants against the people in the community.
This is
People
a
in the community
war.
had
I'm
to do
telling
it.
you, bro. They're replacing us right before our eyes, and we steady playing, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Oh God.
And that's why I don't like that whole blending in and we all the same people. We got to know our group first. Once we know
It's really
our
a
group,
war, bro. It's a critical war with life
group.
and death, and we're playing. Like, I'm for real. I'm with truth, bro. And we know we didn't have arguments, bro.
Now, all of the last two statements, or three, including even truth, underscores the point, and I'm only saying it not to be a broken record, that identity crisis is real shit.
Because that
And
was
the sooner
what they
that it
used.
is clear, clarity of purpose is extremely important. And 111 is absolutely correct. People aren't going to attach themselves to you in your immediate surroundings if they don't think and are like you. Minds must be like-minded, kind after kind. You feel me? So again, I'm not at cross purposes with you, young brothers. Unfortunately, we kind of dropped this shit in your lap. I don't, AP, remember when I first came on your panel, I apologize for the boomer generation, though I know I can't as an individual. But this some fucked up shit that y'all are still beefing over, and that is disturbing and dismaying to me.
Hey, Alabama, can I ask you a question real quick? Alabama?
Sure, true.
You know, because like what you said, right? As far as the identity crisis, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? I don't know, maybe in other places it is, so I can't speak for nobody else, but like motherfuckers I know, it really ain't no identity crisis. Like niggas know who the fuck we is.
Now you know what we had our last conversation about nigga, right?
No.
I'm not changing your verbiage. But you, no, brother, no, I didn't bring it up to that.
You're right.
I'm not trying to shame
respectfully,
I got you
I
from what
understand.
our conversation was about that term.
Let's
So,
not.
Nigga is acceptable, bro. Nigga is acceptable.
Get sidetracked, bro. Let's not get sidetracked.
Go
That's
ahead,
one of
True.
our biggest problems. Like,
Go
I
ahead,
respect you, OG, and you asked me not to. Respectfully, I apologize because I did say I'm gonna watch that term when I'm around you. But let's not get sidetracked off trigger words because that's usually be the case. We get thrown off track with trigger words. What I'm saying is that I don't think it's really an identity problem. I think that motherfuckers got so much shit going on in their life that they don't have time to really dwell on that shit. Cause everybody I know who the fuck they is. Like where the fuck I'm from? Like niggas know about their family in Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. Right. They know about, you know, like even with me, I don't subscribe to Choctaw, Cherokee or none of that because I know that shit is modern and made up. You feel me?
But you've done research.
But my grandma called herself a Choctaw.
Exactly.
She said her mama was a Choctaw, even though we was originally Alabama and Yazoo.
Yeah, bro, I feel you. I wasn't quarreling about semantics, Truth. I was saying a frame of mind. You feel me? So if that word, which I don't want to use, but because it can't be changed right now, brings a frame of mind that is conducive for cooperation. You feel what I'm saying? The problem is we got people at each other's fucking throats. Now, there's certain people, and you know what I feel about this. The vermin, the leeches, the tethers, whatever word y'all want to use.
Not a coincidence, man.
Invaders. These motherfuckers, their paperwork because that's what they need. They need paperwork to disprove what the fuck they say coming out of their mouth, but they need to be checked at the door. You understand what I'm saying, Truth? Because they're infecting our children and our grandchildren with that shit. That stuff got to be contested, stopped, squashed. Now, for the ones who don't know who they truly are, who can be misguided and be tricked, like the Agent Smith in the movie Matrix. You remember that scene where you trigger any motherfucker that becomes Agent Smith?
Yeah.
That's because of the massive ignorance. Now, whether they embrace being an American or not, we don't have to quarrel with them about their label, their affiliation, their religion. That's just attached to who they are. You know what Malcolm said about they ain't coming at your ass because you're a Methodist, a Muslim, or whatever, Protestant, etc., doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. They coming after niggas the way you're saying niggas in another different unifying fashion. You feel what I'm saying? Not true?
Yeah.
I'm not
But
at cross purposes with that.
is it not the parents' job to teach their kids their
You're
history
right, but how is an
instead of letting
ignorant
somebody
parent
else?
gonna not bring an ignorant child onto this planet?
Who fault is it that the child is
Their
ignorant?
parents. Now we keep going with parents and parents and parents. The fact still remains. The
All right,
identity crisis issue is immediate and current.
if we can point to what a problem stems for, it's time for motherfuckers to start holding their own nuts and get on top of their job.
Hey, I'm waiting
Now,
for.
hold on, A1. Let me respond with this and land my plane on responding to his statement because he's correct in his observation. But you also cannot expect a person to be ignorant to express themselves other than in the fashion they are, and they can't be taught until they're embraced. And those who know better should do better. And those who are knowing more have a bigger responsibility to those who are unknowing. You feel what I'm saying, True? So we can't just keep pointing fingers at these people saying, well, you're ignorant, you're poor, you're impoverished, you're in the ghetto. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm not
But I got a problem
personally
with that too. I agree with you. I don't believe in pointing fingers at nobody. Just get your shit together.
Now, how you help that person do that with what I was going through?
The fact that the next person chose not to get their shit together and they see me getting my shit together, man,
Well, but you know how tough love works. You're a parent, but you're a parent, and so you do know how some of your children. You still gonna love them, but you know how tough love work too, right?
Yeah, but guess what though? I instilled in my child where they know what they need to do and shit. Like I never really had to give out tough love except for a couple of times, and that's really on my son and shit for getting out of pocket. You feel me? Outside of that, you know, man, it's my job and their mother's job to make sure that they are capable to be able to do whatever they need to do. And if they don't, then it's something wrong with us. And we need to go back to the drawing board and fix that shit.
I agree with you.
Now it might be cases where it's a one. Hold on. It might be a case where in our cases where, hey man, some people are in single parent homes like how I grew up, and my mom worked 12 hours of the day. Well, I had idle time and I was fucking up out there in the streets. But guess what? I was one of the ones that was lucky enough to make it. And I appreciate that shit. And I made sure that I tried to right my wrongs as much as possible and do different. Not only around my kids, but other people's kids as well, too. Because at the end of the day, other people's kids is going to be around your kids. So you got to be in conjunction with, ain't none of that. Oh, that ain't my kid. That ain't my problem. I'm like, hell no, your kid hanging around that kid. Nigga, talk to that kid.
And so now you were
like,
leading
man,
to where I was saying each one teach one truth. You're speaking your truth, and I appreciate that. I'm not in disagreement with it. But it's a both and scenario always for me. It's not an ultimate either or choice. You feel me? So you are correct in everything you said, but we can't just, and I'm not saying you're saying that or doing that. I'm saying in a general sense. We cannot just cast all of our people aside when at the end of the day, all we have is each other. And
it's
for the wild niggas,
bro.
and I'm not saying you said, I just said I didn't say that you were saying
but what
that.
I'm saying is this right here. It's not cast inside. The problem is other people is not stepping up to the motherfucking plate, bro.
I agree.
They only care about
I agree with you in that. I'm saying those who have, not just yourself, those who have an even larger responsibility outside their immediate family unit to the larger family, to the community, and to the destiny of moving forward to get us all out of this shit. You understand what I'm saying, True? So, and I'm not putting that burden just on your shoulders. I'm saying as men, and that's the only reason why I keep bringing this up amongst the testosterone clan. At the end of the day, we are the provider and the protector, and we aren't doing one. I won't say you're not providing, but I will say we aren't protecting because this shit is becoming a contagion. You feel me, True? This shit is out of control. And I'll leave on this analogy and land my plane. When there's termites or any vermin or infestation, you tent the fucking house, exterminate the motherfuckers, and then you get back in your home, clean up, and operate from there. So I don't know whether it's tethers, foreign invaders, immigrants with an I or an E. I don't give a fuck what. They are all invading my house. I need to tent that motherfucker and kill or burn out some bitches. And then once we clean it up, can we move and do what our children and our women need done? And I yield.
I'm with everything that the elder was saying, man. But at the very end, it's like you got to be more practical. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm with what the brother was saying earlier. Yeah, you got all types of people with it's around your kids, different groups and stuff, and it's about the people that's going to be around your family. But the more important thing is what you teach your family, their morals and their characteristics, so they can operate in this world. If you think you're gonna go out here and change the world, you're gonna die like the rest of these motherfuckers. Ain't
You
no
gotta
reason
change
for
your
you.
family first, though. You don't
That's
try to.
right,
You don't
and,
try to.
that's
So,
what I'm saying.
but before you change your family, you change yourself.
That's right. That's
Because
right. It's
what
the
I
man
get
in the
tired
mirror.
of, I'm tired of everybody coming up here talking about this. Oh, we got look. I'm already classified as American at Tantan. I'm waiting for the rest of you niggas to do it. What is you waiting for? Don't wait for nobody else. Ain't no we. Ain't no I and we. Stick to I first. Deal with I first. Make sure your shit is correct. And what connects you to this continent or connects you, I ain't mean continent. Well, what connects you to this corporation is the fucking paperwork that they got on you. So I ain't see nobody come up here and make no reference on how they gonna change, how they gonna take themselves out of the motherfucking corporation. You know
Well,
why? Wait.
I
You know
think
why? Wait. You know why? Because a lot of people are still getting benefits from the corporation. If you were self-sufficient and you was a sovereign, you wouldn't need none of that paperwork. You have if you have any paperwork in your custody that say you are a United States citizen, don't talk to me about no fucking Indians.
but at the end of the
No,
day, who
wait,
cares? Everybody got to
you
get it how
jumping,
they get it,
you
man.
jumping the gun. This is not just for you.
But it's for everybody.
No, okay, so I don't need you to intervene because if you're
Am
not
I
gonna,
am I with
okay,
everybody
so
else?
if you're not adding on to the conversation and showing and proving on how people can get themselves out of the situation, mute your mic and listen.
Right, and then getting them out of their situation is about character and about inner truth, not about
Fam,
just
I
what
just
you
asked
talking
you not to
about
go down that
paperwork
road
and all
right
that.
there.
That's what
I
the
just
white man
told
wants you
you
to have
not to.
paperwork.
Okay, do you
You
have
got
a
to be able to
social security?
define
Okay, so
yourself and
all right,
define
so
your
do
family
you
for
have a
yourself.
social
And
security
people are going
card?
to look at
Do
you
you have
and
a
they're going to be able to look at you and say,
don't
that dude is a
overtalk
good
me up
person
here.
right there. I want to give
Don't.
him a job. Or that person is a good dude right there. I want to buy that land from
Hey,
him.
AP,
You
dude,
know, that's what it's
can you
about,
handle
bro.
with your man right here? Cause
All
he
that
being
other stuff, man.
disrespectful.
No, I ain't being disrespectful.
Yes,
I'm
you
being
are. You
real.
are.
If you
You
look
are.
at the
Cause
chat, I'm talking the
you
real
just
stuff.
went
It's
on. You
about your
just said a
character,
bunch of
bro.
nothing. You just
It's
said a
about your
bunch of nothing.
mindset and your.
I don't want to hear about no fucking mind state. Your mind state's supposed to be you not a United States citizen. You are American Aborigine. Restoring yourself back to what you originally was before these people put you on their documentation.
They
So if
can't
you have,
put you in it
wait,
unless you let them.
all right. So do you have a social security card?
Fuck what I got, nigga. It's what I think
Oh,
and what
you
I
don't
do.
have, okay. Oh, so you have all of that shit that say you ain't no Indian
Fuck
nigga.
what you talking
You
about. You
ain't no
can't tell me
Indian.
who I
You
am.
ain't
You
no,
just like the
you are
white man try to tell
African
me who I
American.
am.
I don't
But
want to
just
hear
keep it
that.
all the way real,
Fam, I
bro.
don't want to
Keep it
talk.
all the way real.
You are
You gotta
African
be a
American to
good
me,
person in
nigga.
your heart. You
You are
gotta have
African.
culture
Man, I
in
don't want to hear
yourself.
none of
It ain't
that
about no goddamn
dharmatic
paperwork.
shit.
And people know,
You
if you've
are
been
an
listening to me,
African
know what I'm
American.
talking
You up here
about,
talking
bro.
about you an
I ain't
Indian
saying
and
nothing
what your
about no
family state.
Africans, and I ain't
You
saying nothing
are
about no
African.
Moors, nigga.
You
You
are
a Moor,
African.
you a
I
African.
am.
You already said you was
I'm
an
a
African.
proud.
You
I'm
already said
proud
you
to
a
walk
L.
around with
I
that
ain't none of
status.
that in my
Hey,
family,
AP, I
bro.
don't know if you're around, but you need to handle your man right here because he being real. I don't even
Nigga,
know.
I'm getting the likes on this bitch. You ain't getting no likes.
See, that's the division Alabama was talking about mentally and psychologically. We is not the same mentally. Don't even
I'm
worry about
talking
the
about
skin color.
character and being
Did you
Don't even
just
worry
hear
about
what
the
I
skin
just
color.
said, PMF? Did you just hear what I just said,
Yeah, I
PMF?
heard you. You making a valid
Okay,
point, but Adam
so
Green
the
is not the
bottom
yeah.
line is this. If you have any documentation in your possession that say you are a United States citizen, if you're talking about fuck paperwork, but you show your social security card when these people ask for it, right? You show your ID when they ask for it. This is why I don't fuck with motherfuckers when it come to this shit. Cause of this shit right here.
That's the perfect example of what I'm saying.
Cause
People
of this
like
shit right
this.
here. This is why and like I said, have my own people. I don't give a fuck how
That's
nobody feel.
crazy.
If you got any paperwork or documentation that belongs to them, don't say shit about no paperwork.
Right. But when you make a claim, you need proof, man. Right. So a lot of
All
people
this
saying
talk about somebody need to mute their mic, man.
yo, brother
All this,
Adam Green, you
all
tripping,
this
man.
talk. Listen, all this talk about Indian this and Indian that. These niggas still United States citizens.
And they are the ones who teaching
And you up
anti-war.
here trying to talk, you up here trying to teach somebody, learn what you need to learn so you can fucking free yourself first. That's why I don't fuck around with motherfuckers. Niggas is playing with this shit. Everybody come up here with that old man. Listen, if you're a United States citizen, nigga, you got social or birth certificate, you're not a fucking Indian, nigga. Indians is not to be taxed. That's it. Period. And we all working towards that goal. But if you don't know what the fuck you talking about, I love and all this other shit, nigga. These people ain't had no love for your ass when they said you was from Africa, nigga. So that shit ain't gonna work right there. You still talking, my man. You still talking, beer. You lucky I ain't running this shit, my dude. Cause I'd have booted your ass off of here, man. For real, for real. Nah,
Golden
I ain't.
coach.
Look, I'm not asking you to respect me. I'm telling you that you need to.
Yo,
I'm
brother,
not
golden
asking you.
coach. Golden
Fuck
coach,
out of
you
here,
got
nigga.
the
Be up here.
echo, brother. No, I
Yeah,
ain't mean to
motherfucker
cut
be up
you
here
off,
My
brother.
teaching
bad.
and
My
shit.
bad.
Nigga be up here teaching and don't know what the first step is. It ain't no we. It ain't gonna be 20, 30 people that's gonna be following you when you go down here to claim that you are Indian, nigga. Do your own fit. Do yourself first. I self. Do yourself first. Fuck all that talk. My niggas is playing games. Like I could climb you, man. I ain't man for real.
Take it easy, brother. Take it easy, brother.
Not a
Take it easy, brother.
coincidence.
Good.
Not a coincidence.
Am I
Yo
being
bitch
heard?
ass better be there on Friday. Please come to the motherfucking debate. Cause once again, we're gonna check another one of these Pan-Africans. We're gonna put another one of these niggas in the Cobra clutch or the sleeper hole or the guillotine or whatever. And then we're gonna go about our way and continue to teach our people. But if you African Americans come up here talking to me about some all this other shit, nigga, and your ass ain't right, I'm gonna start calling you niggas out one by one. Cause ain't nobody talking the right shit. Everybody come up here, like at the end of the day, man, if you want to free yourself, then guess what? Everybody ain't got their genealogy. If you can't show me no documentation that's saying you are American Indian, I don't even want to talk no more, man. Cause all of this shit right here is just
Can y'all hear me?
hold on for a minute, brother.
Okay, I
All of
just
this
didn't
shit
know
up
if
here is
it
just some comedy, entertainment, fake educational shit gets going back and forth with motherfuckers who don't believe our claim. You prove your claim by putting your information, by challenging these people and telling these people who you are. So once you get whatever outcome of that is, that right there solidifies you. And if more of us had that, then we'd be showing and proving. Look, I'm an Indian. Look, just my paperwork. Just like my paperwork say I'm a motherfucking citizen of fucking New Jersey. This is my shit right here. These people ain't refuted. These people sent me a postcard for my birthday. They I hope you're doing well, Mr. L. Happy birthday. From the government, nigga, from the United States. Man, all right, man. Go ahead, my dude. You got something you want to say, man. Go ahead and say it, bro.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank y'all for letting me join the panel. You're right, brother. The problem is that we all know who we are.
The problem is the the problem is we're fighting over, are we Moors, are we Indians, are we this, that, and the other. They know who we are. You are correct. You have to state a memorandum. You state a memorandum who you are. Once you state a memorandum created by you, you open your trust. And I know these things are complicated because most of these brothers and sisters don't know how to form these writs and
But
memorandums and
don't go
stuff.
to trust first, man, brother.
I
Listen,
know.
stay. Oh,
Travel,
wait.
travel with me.
Let's stay in first. Let's stay in
That-
first grade.
okay,
Let's
yeah,
stay
we're
in
going
first
it's,
grade.
it's
Don't go
because it.
all into no
Okay,
trust and confuse them.
I
The
know, but
first thing you need to be in proper
well, well,
persona.
well, yeah, exactly. So just let me speak real quick, bro. Is that classes need to be taught on how to write these writs? You hear what I'm
You know what
saying?
that's gonna
And,
cause?
and,
You know what's gonna happen?
and
You know what's gonna happen? That's gonna stop me from me teaching my daughter how to be successful out here in this world, right? And how she can obtain her fullest potential. So
in
if I
degrees,
have
you do it in degrees. You do it
wait,
in
if
you do it in
so
degrees.
if I gotta take my time out of my leisure time from all the time I already done put in, guess what's gonna happen?
Well,
Guess what's gonna happen?
you
Well,
want to be
no,
funded.
wait. What do you? Okay, and then guess what's going to happen after that? You get Negroes who don't know, who don't follow through, who want to call you every 30 minutes about the same shit when you at work, when you already gave them the complete memo and complete instructions and whatever. So they don't follow through with what they supposed to do, and guess what happened? They go to the internet. Oh,
Well,
Ahanu Kiel beat me for some paperwork.
here's the
Oh,
thing, brother.
Ahanu.
You got to still think. You still got to think. There are a lot of people that still in. It's unfortunate through indoctrination, brothers that are and sisters that are still on the third grade level. So you can't be so hard. I was there.
Bro, you
Thought I
just
was
went into a
more
trust, my
intelligent than
dude.
anybody.
You just
And
talked about a trust, bro. Half these people don't know what a trust is, brother.
yeah, I know. So it's like you got to
So
start at a third grade level. I was once there. You know what I mean? So now we're in the degree. Now everybody knows who we are. When you start talking about paperwork, you got to do it at a degree to where as though
they
everybody
don't
can
know who you
understand
are.
terminology.
They don't know who you are. Just because you're on the internet saying you an Indian nigga, you ain't take it to the
Yeah,
people who said
you're
you
right.
not.
You're right. You're
You
right.
ain't
You're
take
right.
it to the
You're
people who
correct.
said you wasn't an Indian nigga.
Yeah, they got a
So
lot of
you
people that
ain't take it
say.
to nobody, nigga.
Yeah, you got a lot of people claiming this, claiming that. But when you, like you said, when you got a social security, you got to, if you're a resident and these people have all your information, you still got a social security card and the ID and you're under the United States citizens, you are correct. But there's some people I be trying to tell my family members. And it's hard to bring them out. And I can't talk to them like like you talking on
Everything a
here.
United
And it's
States
tough.
citizen.
Hey, can I ask
Listen,
a question real quick?
go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
go ahead.
brother.
All right, because y'all talking about paperwork. I'm going to ask this right here. Is it more important to teach motherfuckers to build something to go to before the paperwork or the paperwork first?
Paperwork first.
All right,
That's
so
what I
you
think.
want the hold on. So you want them to take themselves up out of the system and they ain't got shit to go to.
No, not
Because that's basically
immediately.
what it
It's a
is. You
process.
renouncing your
You ain't got to
citizenship,
do
bro.
it like that,
No.
though. True.
But
Hold
you
on.
gotta
You
have
keep
something
your
to go
straw
to
man.
before you
No,
do that, bro. We're
listen.
not gonna
Yeah.
play
When
them
I'm saying
games,
to
man.
you, all right,
Yeah,
Y'all
you
look,
can
just
have
hey,
it.
learn the
look.
I'm not gonna play
paperwork.
them games, bro.
Hey,
You
my
learn
I
brother,
it.
know
You
what
look.
don't
that
come
shit
out of it
is.
first. You don't come
Hey,
out of
fam,
it
I
first
don't
because
know if
that's
you
what I
can
do.
hear it. Hey,
Yeah.
fam,
But
relax,
Oh, my
relax,
bad,
relax,
A1.
relax. No,
mm,
I ain't talking to you, Truth. I'm talking to him. Relax, because we
mm,
talking over each other again.
Because I was just gonna keep it a
That's
buck,
very
bro.
important what you
One
said.
thing I know about that paperwork is, bro, you basically renouncing your citizenship. If you renounce your citizenship and you ain't got
Not
shit to go do,
necessarily.
you
Not
assed out,
not
bro.
necessarily.
necessarily.
Not true.
So
Listen,
what
right?
happened to Jay Free then?
I'm not talking about J Freeway, brother. I'm not J Freeway. I'm
Nah, my
A1.
bad, bro. I ain't talking to you, bro. But go ahead, my bad,
I'm
A1.
telling you in general. Like before you start pulling your documents or going ex parte, giving them back
Mm-hmm.
their documents, you put your declaration out there first, and you maneuver
Yes.
with their citizenship. But
The
at
straw
some
man.
point in time, you're gonna have to go to SSI or SSA and put the SS 4 form in and show, and you can put that in. You put that in simultaneously as you sitting. If you still want to keep your social, go do the SS4 or the SS5 form. Let them know
He's
right then and
dropping
there.
gems, you all.
Let them know. I ain't talking about the. I ain't talking about The 180, the SF 181 form, that's for employment. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you still want to hold on your social, no problem, no sweat. Send that shit off to SSA. Go down there, do the I think it's the SS5 form. Is it SS5 or SS form? 4, whichever one. You declare who you are on there. Boom. You make your declaration. Bro, you can write up. You listen. This shit is so ill right now. The universe is waiting for us to wake the fuck up, nigga.
They
You could
are.
take a crayon. You could take a crayon and say, boom, 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 boom. My name, my family, boom, 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 boom. Such and such, 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 and they'll notarize that shit, nigga. That's how simple the shit is. Know your
What do
geology.
I do?
Know
What do I do about it? What do I do about a warrant? How do I what paperwork? What form I fill out about that?
you got a warrant for what?
Not going to court.
So you got a summons. So you in contempt of court.
Yeah. What paperwork can you use to address that?
But see that? But see, that's what you never want to do. You never want to You never want to give them reasons to have a one up on you or or flex their superiority against you. So from the
I was
time
born.
that
Hold
you
on.
ain't have,
I was born with them having one up on me. But I'm just asking. You say it's a method you can
Can I
utilize.
can,
It's a
can
I'm
method
I
that
talking
you can
about I'm talking
utilize,
about the
right?
one itself. The
can I
one
give
itself,
a
you
Right.
illustration?
you in contempt of
What
court.
Huh?
happened to me? What happened to me? There was and I'm glad my teachers taught me this early. There was an incident that happened to me. I was served. The sheriffs came to my house because safe my house, and they wanted me to sign that warrant. And as soon as I found out, because I had my stuff sent to my PO box, nothing comes to my house. I don't have an address. I don't have an address. So they told me to sign the warrant. I told them that person that you have on there, in all caps, is not me. And it was a brother, and it was a European right there. He said, I said, if I sign this, am I signing it under threat, duress, and coercion? Are y'all threatening me to sign this? They said no. I said, well, I ain't signing. I said, but you can give me the case number. And they
That's why with
gave
that,
me the case number,
when
and
they
they
did
walked
that,
away. I did
look,
not
when they
sign it
did that,
because
right?
my signature, your signature is everything. When you understand you are
Mm-hmm.
dealing with a commercial venue, everything is commercial. You don't sign your name on anything. If you do, you put all rights reserved. Once you sign that warrant, you sign it as that person, and you got up here.
But he got a warrant to appear though, so it's different. It ain't like it's a different type of warrant. It's a warrant to where if he get caught, if he happen to have one of them government issued identification cards on him and he flex it to them and they running shit, then they gonna find a warrant on him. So
I
therefore,
Let me
never
let me
you
when these
let
you
me
don't even
explain
have
what
to
they
show
do.
an ID.
Hold on. Let me explain what they do in Memphis, bro. Whether or not you have the instruments on you or not, if you don't have them on you, they're gonna take you downtown. They're gonna run your prints, and then it's gonna come back to who the fuck you is. So
so
whether or
that's
not you
kid,
identify,
so that's
huh?
kidnap. That's kidnap. That ain't no.
Yes,
That's
it is.
That's
kidnap right there,
that's
nigga.
why I'm
That's
asking.
kidnap.
That's why I'm asking you niggas.
And
What do
if
you
that
do?
ever happened to
What
you,
paperwork?
all
What
right,
paperwork do you utilize?
I'm about to
What
get into
paperwork
that.
can be
There you go.
utilized
Look,
to
I'm
Yep.
about to
combat
get
that?
into it. I'm about to get into it now.
That's what we need to be
Look,
talking
okay.
about.
Look. So as far as that concern right there, right? If them niggas ever grab you up off the street, nigga, and take you in, you contact your lawyer if you're not astute in legalese
Yes, if
or,
you're not,
or
yep,
anything dealing with legalities, right? If
yeah.
you're not a student in it, then you call them. But it's best when you do it yourself. Because
Yes, it
certain things a
is.
lawyer will hold you back. Like
That's when you've been an
hell
aboriginal.
fast. Stop. Can you please stop talking
My
over me,
bad.
bro?
You sizing me up, bro. My bad.
All right, so look, even when it comes to that right there, you know how easy it is to go down and go file a suit against somebody? You can do that shit yourself, nigga. You
Yep.
don't need no lawyer. But a lot of times the lawyer will talk you out of that because he don't want that backlash from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to steal a venue, then because he got
Insurance policy.
contemporaries. Yo, bro, can you mute your mic, please, bro?
Oh shit, my bad.
I'm
Nah,
sorry,
you're a
man.
little excited, man. I know how you lost. I know how you
Nah.
lost.
But
I know how
He
long
dropping
niggas get,
gems,
bro.
it's
man.
real
My
I
bad.
mean,
He
information
dropping
right here. This
jewels.
real information right here, bro. This ain't no. I'm not wasting my time up here. I could go do a head spin or go do a headstand in the fucking corner, and that'd be more productive than talking to some of these stiff necked Aborigines. So it's like at the end of the day, man, if you got a
I'm
complaint,
sorry, Skittles. I ain't take your advice, but I ain't with the cool shit. My bad.
con-
I should have took your advice.
contact them. No, I mean, see, niggas telling you not to go to court is
No,
idiots.
she told me to go to court. She told me to go to court.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying her. I'm not saying her. I don't know. Like, if you don't listen, if they have anything against me, I learned this even when I was hustling. I don't never want them to have anything against me or warrant. I don't give a fuck what it's for. I don't give a fuck for 100 keys, whatever. I'm going to court. I'm not run. If I'm gonna run, I'm running. I'm leaving. They ain't gonna be able to find me. But other than that, though, if it's some petty peon shit, I'm addressing that shit. I'm getting it dismissed as soon. I'm getting it dismissed ASAP. ASAP. You get it dismissed ASAP. But what I would do if I was you, I would contact the courts because now you're gonna have to go in. You're gonna have to because if you even if you start talking this shit I'm talking now, they gonna hold that against you, and then they gonna play dirty, and you gonna still get it off at the end, but they kidnap you, they'll hold you, they'll put you in a human warehouse until you go to court. So it's like send this. I will write to them or call them and ask them, can you get a adjournment, or ask them, can you get a new court date for it? You understand what I'm saying? Most of the time when you do it, then once you go in there like that, once you get the new court date, that's when you write them and tell them, look, man, I'm an American Aborigine. And this is here go my credential. This is my genealogy. This is my family. You don't have jurisdiction over me.
Can I add to it?
Go ahead, brother.
See, and everybody who's up here, if you would go to what is called a writ of quanto, because you got to understand that they're not acting as Article 3 courts. So if you was to write down writ of quanto and understand what a writ of quanto is,
you don't even have to put it in that terminology,
Hey,
bro.
Smoke Signal.
A1,
Respectfully, I love you so much, Smoke Signal. You need to get a lawyer, nigga, ASAP.
Amen. Hawk School Tribe. Now, A1, thank you for the insight. But I think it's not just getting over the head of smoke. It's something that should be dealt with in a separate venue because it's starting to go down rabbit holes. But I wanted to ask you one thing about the interaction point. And you gave some very sound advice. The problem for us is fear, which is false evidence appearing real, interacting and engaging the system. That's why we'll always come back to the identity crisis issue in the way that I describe it. It's why people still are incarcerated. It's not being locked up in a bar behind bars or in a 8x8 whatever cell. It's about interacting with this system. You feel me?
I agree.
And so I appreciate you advising Smoke on that. And for those who are listening, whether they're paying attention or not, in the chat or in the audience, when we come to some clarity of purpose, that's why I'm going to keep saying it, even if I'm sounding like a broken record. When we come to some clarity of purpose, and I know you're dismissive of it, Smoke, sometimes when we have our constitutional discussions, this structure was created by us, our ancestors, not for us, for constraining them. And the quicker that we can think and act in that regard, there's a level of authority that comes from how you conduct yourself. These people are fearful of us getting the nuts y'all keep saying need to be held because we are the only ones holding the shit. And by default, we're giving it away. That's what I keep stressing about. Sovereignty is not granted or given. You have it from the first breath that you are born. You're the only live being. This straw man shit, this all capital letters, appellations, and also the crap. These are constructs. These are things that were created to put us in a box that we should not be in. We are not to be enumerated. That means we're not to be counted. We
But
are
you gotta
not to
take
be
this shit off the
taxed.
account,
All
though,
the,
Ali
but you
Baba.
know, these are simple things that
Now, I'm
simple
just
people
saying, as
still
far
don't
as
do.
that, hold up. Let's go back and forth now since you said that, right? All I'm saying, like what I just said, right? They got paperwork on you already.
They do.
Everybody
They
got
do.
one. Let's not play no games now.
You're
Everybody got
correct.
one up here.
You're correct.
Okay? That says United States citizens. So you're no different from a Ukrainian that just got here that if he got fast tracked and got citizenship has the same paperwork. You are an
Hmm.
American Aborigine, first inhabited from time of existence, nigga. They supposed to have a different level of respect, which they already told you you have, but people don't they don't
They
spend
don't
their time.
receive it. They can't receive
Exactly.
it when they're in a fog state of mind.
They
Now,
So
this
waiting for
thing you
you to
just
do it.
said, A1, and you use this every time you say A1. You're in first position. Those who call themselves nigga, you're depleting yourself by lowering your status. You feel me? So I
Mhm.
don't want to get into semantical games and arguing back and forth with people about words. All I'm talking about, as 111 Truth asked earlier, we only have this moment right now. We cannot even live the 5 seconds that just passed from my conversation. And I don't know what I'm going to say in the next 10 seconds. But in the moment, which is the only power that any individual has, you need to conduct yourself accordingly and change that behavior in the moment. I'll land my plane on this, A1. And again, appreciating you for your insight. Copper Color Grizzly, thanks for the time and inviting me to the panel. You know what I say. Keep them running. And I yield.
Like he said, right? The end goal of all this shit is fuck these panels, fuck these Pan Africans who come up here and challenge us, fuck these motherfucking Mongols and anyone else who don't believe you. You know who you are, and you declare who you are. Once you declare who you are, you that shit is solidified. No one challenged you. No one said, "Wait a minute, you're not an Indian." No one. They was happy that you even claimed to be that. They gave you all of these different guidelines for you to be able to use if you really are astute to this information, right?
hmm
Everybody should already know about. Everybody, I don't have to go through no UCCs or none of that, nigga. I'm the motherfucking UCC, nigga. I'm the Aborigine of this land. They got businesses on this land. I don't even want to go all into it like real talk. I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do it like they got businesses on this land, nigga. Fortune 500 companies, $1 trillion companies, nigga. Where's your cut? But you niggas sitting up here talking about, like, look, I'm doing a little shit where not a coincidence. I'm guilty of it too, or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, nigga, these niggas giving the Mongols or the fake Native Americans like $65,000 a month. And we sit up here talk like, come on, man. Like at the end of the day, man, we need to get our priorities in
Hey
order.
yo,
A1, all that cheddar you just talked about, a tribute and a cut supposed to be going to the Aboriginal.
I
But you
wasn't gonna
know,
say
you
that,
go
but I'm
go ahead,
glad
brother.
you
Keep
said
going with your
nah, nah,
wisdom,
nah.
brother.
Come on, we can play ping pong. I'm not this ain't my panel like that to be coming up here. I just like when we talk about this shit right here, that's what will be the end goal. No, I ain't gotta sign up to none of your LLCs, none of your 50C1s, none of your 50C2s, none of your 50C3s. I don't have to do none of that. This declaration right here is fact and law. This subsides all of that shit. So it's like at the end of the day, man, it's where you at and where you trying to go with this shit. If this shit fun, you like to laugh and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, them niggas be up there, they be laughing and all this shit. At the end of the day, it's really not laughable. Cause just like Truth and just like PMS just said, you got people coming here. They just gave Ukraine all this money and brought Ukrainians over here and gave them more money. And gave
so
them
how do we
more
get
money
to
when
some
they
of this
came over here.
money?
Don't
Yeah,
stop
so how do
saying
we
we.
get to some of this money?
I stay away from the we talks. I stay away from that shit. How can you do what?
Yeah, how can I get some of this grant and some of this. I want in, man. I
Have you
want
done
in.
your
How do I do
genealogy?
that?
Have you done your genealogy?
I don't believe in that genealogy shit, to be honest
You
with you.
have to though. You have to. That's the only way. Unless you can go in there and try to
You don't
declare
believe
who
in
you
your
are. I'm
family,
just saying.
my G? You don't believe in
Yeah, I
your
believe in
family,
my
G?
family, but
But that's all that genealogy is, bro. It's just checking your family records and shit and seeing who your family is. It ain't no spooky shit behind it, bro.
And
It's
and,
just
and
about
Zap,
learning about your family.
that's a map of
yeah,
your
but
existence. How do you not
Yeah.
believe in you? You here?
I don't give a fuck what title you go off of. Genealogy is important for everybody, bro. So you know who your family is. But I mean, I've been quiet for a minute. I want to talk about this motherfucking paperwork some more.
yeah. So walk me down. That's what I'm saying. Walk me down the process. Give me
Nah,
give
I
me
ain't
the
gonna walk you
scenario.
down. I'm gonna tell you the fucking
Before you
abort
go
mission.
down, yeah. Before you go into any of that, now go ahead, Truth. What you gonna say?
Nah, I was just gonna say, man, I'm just gonna be real as far as my premise, as far as paperwork go, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think motherfuckers is telling you what the fuck you really need to do with that shit before you do it, and that's why people is getting fucked up. So let's keep it a G, right? Basically, all that paperwork doing is telling you to motherfucking renounce your citizenship, which is cool. You don't want to be no citizen no more. By all means, brothers, sisters, uh, baby mamas, baby fathers, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Hey, do you? But just understand, if you ain't got shit to go to, nigga, don't do it. Cause you gonna be fucked up out here. You might as well go pitch you a tent right off the motherfucking E-way if you ain't got shit to go to when you do that fucking paperwork. Let's keep it a
That's
buck.
what I'm saying. I'm
People
just
is telling.
asking for clarity.
Hold on,
I'm giving
hold
clarity.
on, wait, hold on.
Hey, look,
Let he
bro, I'm
talking. Go
giving
ahead.
clarity. You gotta not interrupt me because it's a lot of steps in it. I hear a lot of trust, which is true, right? If you got something of some substance, nigga, operate that shit out the trust. But if you ain't got nothing of substance, what the fuck did you get in the trust for? You just got a broke ass trust?
Nah,
Like
but
you
Truth,
can't
hold on,
take your
hold. Look,
hold on, AP, hold on.
no,
I
we
mean
we can
A1,
talk back and
hold on.
forth though. We can talk back and forth. I
Yeah,
can
but
answer
let me
like
just
some of the
get
stuff you said.
let me just get this out, bro, because man, I'm gonna keep I fuck with you, A1. You my bro. You feel me? Like on some G shit. I ain't got nothing but respect for you. And you feel me? This more towards other niggas that be kicking this shit. You feel me? Just to keep it a G. Cause I done seen niggas get caught up in this shit and they got fucked up. Rest in peace to Jay Free.
Yeah,
That's all I'ma say.
that's a fact, man. That's a
It's
fact.
like motherfuckers gonna tell you to go get a trust, but you ain't got nothing to put the trust in. What the fuck you getting the trust for? What it's like? I mean, I don't understand that shit. Like you ain't got nothing for the fucking trust in order to even get in the fucking trust. And what you
Nah,
think you
but
gonna
you
be
can get
doing?
a revocable. But look, truth. With a trust is like you add shit to it as you
Right.
collect or you add shit to it. So you got the
I
trust
got
can
that part.
always be in place, but it has to be a
Nah,
revocable.
A1.
It can't be
I
an
understand that.
irrevocable.
Right, I
What?
understand that part, A1.
Now
But
I'm
what
just
I'm
saying
saying,
that. So
nah,
I'm look. I just don't look. Understand? True. This is all I'm saying.
my bad, bro.
This is all I'm saying to you, right? I just don't want nobody to get frustrated or like you know what I'm saying or turn away from it. Now look, when you say you don't have to give your social and your birth certificate back immediately. Now once you get one you starting out with a plan, now you know who you are and you know for
Right,
you to get off of their records what you gonna have to do. I mean you're
right.
gonna have to, and I'm
And
not saying
I
that means you're gonna have
respect
to
that
get off
part.
your ass and get
Yeah.
industrious. That means
Right.
you're gonna have to
A1.
go ahead.
What you saying right there, bro? I respect that part. And there's no disagreement, but this is what I'm saying, right? You got people pushing paperwork to a bunch of people that got jobs that pay rent. Even if they got a house, they pay mortgage, which means they still don't own that motherfucker. The moment you renounce your citizenship, they can't do no business with you. You feel me?
Now,
At the end of the
ultimately,
day, hold on,
you're not renouncing your
hold on,
citizenship,
bro,
though. Go,
hold on.
Truth.
Yeah, yeah, bro. We gotta keep it a buck. All that authenticating your birth certificate and turning in your social security back to them and shit, bro. That's basically the long process of fucking renouncing your citizenship. The easiest way just to go to another country and renounce it. You ain't even gotta do no fucking paperwork. You could just go do that. But you got people telling people like, oh, you supposed to be operating up out of the trust. Okay, if you got something to operate into the trust. If you got a job and now you trying to use your EIN number. Technically, that job can't employ you no more. They can contract with you. Why the fuck I'm gonna do individual contract when this motherfucker, when I could just hire an employee and it's gonna be cheaper? So you're gonna lose your job. You feel me? All I'm saying is, if you wanna do that shit, that's fine. But before you do it, make sure you got something to go to. Make sure you got your own business set up so that way you can operate your business out of the trust into an S corp, into an LLC, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But if you working a 9 to 5, which most people are who catching this shit, if you paying rent or mortgage, which most people are who's catching this shit, nigga, you is not prepared to do none of that shit. Now, if you got your own business, your own land, you're in position to be able to start learning this shit. But the fact of the matter is, most people that is coming into this shit don't have that shit. And that shit is bogus as fuck because niggas is not telling them to go get that shit before they do that shit. They're telling people to leave the system and they got nothing to go to. And that shit is harmful to the individual who believe that shit and go do that shit and they don't have nothing. So I'm on the premise of, hey, you want to kick paperwork? Cool, nigga. But at least tell these niggas to go get something that they can fall into a case if a motherfucker don't want to contract you out because they can hire employees. You can't be an employee no more. Why? You're not a citizen.
And
Only thing they can do is
111.
contract with you.
111. You're not only on point.
Let me expound on that first. Since I brought up paperwork, right?
No, you didn't, bro. But you know, it
I
went
brought
there,
up.
though.
I did bring up paperwork, though. True, I did bring it up. So look, like, okay, everything True's saying is correct, but there's different types of. It's not paperwork. It's a declaration of who you are. They don't know who you are.
But that's
I don't give a
different,
fuck.
though,
You could tell
A1.
everybody. No. Wait. I want to clarify so people can understand the difference to what you saying and what I'm saying.
Right.
So what I'm saying to you is this: you declaring that you are a motherfucking Indian. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
So outside of YouTube and you having these conferences with people, don't nobody know who the fuck you are. They think you one of the rest of the day. You listen. You could be an African for all they know, nigga. They don't know who you are. So it's like once you tell them who you are, then you start making your processes. Once you already know you're an Indian, you're supposed to be industrious anyway. So if you still want to contract to a corporation, that's cool. You can do that. But you have to know how to be able to become a private contractor the way you're not an employee. Where you filing a oh man, I forgot the fucking a W-9 or
1099.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to.
1099 a 1099 miscellaneous, or they got a new one, a 1099
Nah,
But
it's a
that's just saying. That's just saying that
NNC.
you're. That's just saying that you're an independent contractor. That's all.
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to be doing when you're working for these
If you
corporations.
pay anybody over $600, you're supposed to give them a 1099 technically.
Exactly.
But really, not to interrupt, but to add on, I don't know about the long game, but I know as far as immediate success. Hey, hold it down, man. As far as immediate success is concerned, bro, I mean, to each his own, bro, but you can do some magic with your own company. If you plan on doing trade with these people, doing commerce, whatever you want to call it, doing business in this motherfucker. If
Yeah,
you're an
just
Uber driver,
LLC.
you're
Just
you're an independent contractor. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of benefits to knowing how to file, certain things with your business correctly. You know what I'm saying? And I think the main issue is all of the foreigners know that you're not supposed to be doing business with your straw man. They do business under
In the
LLCs and
LLC, a S
corporations
corp,
and
and C
create
corp.
corporate
Yeah.
veils, and then
Right.
the corporations feed the trust, and then the
Yes.
people are
But now
beneficiaries
you're
of the trust,
talking
and then you
basic.
can't get taxed because it's not income. You understand? This shit is awesome. Bro.
But Hawk, you're at Hawk School. You're absolutely correct. But we're still talking about people who ain't moved from first grade to second grade. But you're correct in what you're saying. But let me just for one, because I want to wrap up with Zab, because that's where we were in the conversation. Zab, you still with us? This is just my opinion. So this is not law. It's not a program. It's not paperwork. It's just my perspective. Your genealogy is your map. And at some point, I would suggest at least getting past your grandparents and their grandparents. When you find someone with a patch of dirt, that's your shit. Do you feel what I'm saying, Zab? It's not about selling you paperwork or becoming this or that or getting in and out of the system. But
Okay,
do you
right.
understand what I'm conceptually describing? What is genealogy?
Bro, you could pay
Yes, I
$7 right
understand.
now and create a DBA doing business as Mickey Mouse, nigga, and go set up
Okay,
a bank account in
allow
the
me
name
to
of
get
Mickey
into
Mouse
it because
today,
I've been
bro.
quiet for a
That's a
minute.
fact.
Like this
All
shit
right,
ain't hard, bro.
Hawk, you're correct
can
on
y'all
that.
allow me to
But
get
let
into
me
it?
just deal with Zab just for one point on the genealogy. Go ahead, Zab.
All right, I understand all of this and I get it. My question to whoever is able to answer this: if at the end of the day we're gonna end up still doing business with the American government, what is the point or practicality of doing all of this? Now,
Okay,
anybody
let,
can answer
let,
that
let, let,
question.
let me respond quickly to that, but say again, Hawk School already told you that's simple to do a DBA, less than $10, and an LLC. That's your business operational behavior. But your genealogy is what's walking around in you, not that spit in the cup shit they want to talk about with DNA. What actual people made up who you are. We're on the same page with that, right, Zap? And one of those answers, and I suggest your grandparents' grandparents, if you get into that level, one of those individuals had a patch of dirt that was either stolen, they were burned out, they were terrorized because they ran north, south, east, west, whatever the fuck. You feel what I'm saying, those that?
Yeah, I'm with you, but like I said, the actual
Man, this shit
question.
is crazy, man. What the fuck?
Can someone answer the actual question of what is the benefit or practicality
But the
to
bit, okay, Zab. See, that's why all right. So that we're on the same point of what I just said. The benefit is
absolutely?
you're operating from authority. Do you get what I'm saying now? Whether you
Yeah, I
claim
get
that
it.
patch of dirt or not from your ancestral land, wherever that is, then you conduct your manner of business in the way that Hawk School was describing. But the suggestion I'm making, again, it's my opinion. I don't play a fucking lawyer on school on TV. I'm just saying, the quicker that this is for anyone that's listening in the chat or in the audience or the replay, when you map out who you are as the people that made up who you are, and you find some chicanery or some criminal activity that stole land from your ancestor, that's your shit. If we could be on the same page with that, people start understanding what stake they have. Literally, whether you call yourself an autochton or you sprung from the soil, find out where that fucking patch of dirt is, and then stand on that and operate with authority. Now, do
I
you get what I'm
understand
saying,
that.
Zap?
Yes, I get it, and
Okay, okay.
I 1000% understand the freeing aspect of it mentally, the peace of mind that it gives you. I get it. Trust me, I understand. So
Look, hey
I guess
Zab,
I was just
Zab,
asking,
Zab,
like,
Zab,
go
can you
ahead.
hear me? I'm not talking about from look. Listen, having an LLC, S corp, etc. is good. I'm telling you, when I'm talking about paperwork, is making a declaration to who you are. You're not classified. You're classified as African American, Black, Negro, or colored, according to them. So at least declare who you are. Whether you start having like the whole birth certificate and social security or any paperwork that says you're a United States citizen, that's a whole nother different conversation. But at least
Right,
declare
declaration.
who
The other shit is separate.
yeah, declare who you are and see what you can, because you can access certain things through just saying that bit without even giving back the social and the birth certificate. You
Right. Hey,
understand what
hey,
I'm saying?
one. Hey, let me
Hey,
let
So
me
I take
clarify
that
something
back.
real
What I
quick.
said. Now, what I said, I want to take that back. What I said earlier. I know people still acting as United States citizens. I know it's a slow process, and I know that when it comes to resources and surviving, that's something you always gonna have to second guess how you're going to survive. So until you find the proper way to survive, if you want to give back any of them documentations. You have to be self-sufficient and make sure that you're doing business and your business is up and running and you're
Thank
making
you,
a
A1.
profit instead of making you're not making you're making a
No
profit and
money.
loss, but your losses is not more than your profit. I mean, your
Hey,
profit
but
is
look,
more than your loss.
A1 though.
I just want my
The
niggas to
same thing.
own
Hold on.
some land, you know what I'm saying? And then they can say, get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm talking about? But
Right.
you tell
And
her,
that's
So
how
now I
you
got
you
one more
you
question.
nigga
That
tell a motherfucker get the fuck away from nigga, you gonna be homeless like a motherfucker living at a shelter, pro
thank
black as
you,
shit.
Hov. Thank you. That's
But
all
no,
this,
I'm
but,
I
saying.
but what
got
I'm
one more
That's
saying
what.
is,
Hold
question.
on,
when
hold on,
you
hold on, hold
declare,
on, hold
oh, go
on,
ahead.
man. I've been waiting to get
Now
in,
go ahead,
bro.
go ahead,
I've
go
been
ahead, go ahead, go
patient.
ahead, go ahead. That's me,
Hey,
truth. Go
look.
ahead, go ahead.
Declaration is something completely different. You're just declaring who you are as a person, right? What's your nationality, what you descend from. That's something different. What I'm talking about is niggas is talking about business shit, filing paperwork, and niggas ain't got shit. At the end of the day, like right now, nigga, I got 5 LLCs that don't make no money, nigga. Why? Cause ain't nobody accepted a fucking contract for me to do business with. So I can have all that shit all day, but if it's not producing nothing or gaining nothing, nigga, that shit is feeble. I'ma fuck around and be homeless if I go give back my social security card and authenticate my birth certificate and all that shit, and I ain't got nothing to go live on. I'm renting. I ain't got no money coming in because I got a fucking job. I'm depending on another motherfucker to pay me a check for work. Like, bro, like niggas ain't got shit and they telling them to fucking go do this shit, bro. That shit is fraudulent as fuck, bro. And that shit put niggas in fucked up positions. And niggas need to start calling that shit the fuck out. If a nigga coming on like, hey, look, this is what I need you to do. Get out the worker mindset, get into a boss mindset, go open you up a business and get that
Bruh.
shit up and running. And then take that shit and go get you some land where you got to own your own up under that trust, up under that LLC. Then go do that. Hey, nigga, I'm all for it. But niggas is telling niggas that got 9 to 5 and paying rent to go do some shit that a boss supposed to do. You is not in a boss category because you a fucking worker.
Well,
Amen.
You
One,
fucking
one,
fucking
one.
situation.
Amen.
And I'ma
uh,
say it, and
I
I'ma
mean,
say it one more time. I'ma say it one more time. Rest in peace to Jay Free. Cause somebody sold that shit to bro, and bro took his fucking life. Cause nigga got kicked out of everything that he was a part of as a citizen. Cause he was no longer a citizen. He lost his job. He was losing his place. They convinced him to take his fucking woman and kid in that shit. Nigga, they still trying to get their shit back right. I don't know if they got it back right or not, but bro took his life because niggas took him down a rabbit hole that he felt he took his family into a burning house and felt like he had nothing else left and took his life. And I hate that. Because if niggas would have been around, bro, and would have known he was going through that shit, we'd have figured that shit out with bro. A lot of niggas
No,
is
we
bogus
was, bro.
and they ass
We
need to
was.
be held accountable and don't nobody calling who the fuck is the nigga that pushed that shit on bro? Why ain't nobody calling that nigga the fuck out? Cause I still don't know who the fuck pushed that shit on bro.
Hey,
Bro
truth.
Piece
took
of the
his
gods.
life.
Bro, hold on,
Hold
truth,
His
on,
yo.
daughter, his kids, his
I
wife,
just
let me
got
say
his
on,
something
breathe,
to
bro.
that
brother,
brother,
real quick.
his
breathe, breathe,
brother.
breathe,
They
breathe,
lost
I
breathe.
got you.
somebody
No, no,
because
let me
somebody
say
sold
something
that
to that.
nigga some bullshit
Look,
and
hey,
niggas is
truth,
still kicking
truth,
that shit. The
truth.
fuck is
All
we
right,
doing
okay, all
here?
right. Look,
That's why I don't
look,
fuck with niggas. I'm a boss, nigga. I do what the
truth.
fuck
Listen.
I want to do. Fuck y'all paperwork, nigga. I'm gonna make my move with it or without it. And I don't give a fuck and I'm gonna stand on it.
All right, who you talking to?
just for a little confirmation. Hold on,
Hold on,
just for a little confirmation.
we don't need no confirmation right now. We need to get confirmation on what he gets said first of all. So don't nobody cut me off. So like I was saying,
Damn, bro, you cut me off.
I ain't cutting you off. I'm responding to what Truth just said. Cause I know the whole situation what he just said was going on.
Well, let me get it out to you then, bro.
Nah, you can have it after me.
I thought
I'm
I had it
responding.
at the. I just hopped on here, yo.
All right, well go ahead, go ahead. Y'all talk. I mean we'll talk on the back end, man. Go ahead.
I mean, I already know.
Yeah,
Go ahead, smoke. Go ahead, smoke, yo.
just for
God damn.
confirmation, bro. I heard get a
Hey,
lawyer.
hey,
And
and in the chat, bro, that's the shit I'm talking about. Motherfuckers talking about some dude got scammed and he mad. Hey, you know what? That's why I say I don't give a fuck about nobody but niggas in my immediate vicinity and shit, cause of weirdo ass niggas like that. It's a bunch of old weirdo ass niggas that ain't got shit going in life, be on here trying to talk shit about other motherfuckers. Like, you don't know what the fuck that nigga was going through, what made him take his life? Nigga, I'm sad, bro, took his life. I'm sad if any nigga I know take their life. I ain't gonna fucking judge them. And then be talking about some kumbaya. Nigga, fuck your tribe. Nigga, fuck your title, nigga. Fuck all that shit, nigga. I hope motherfucking the devil pissed on your fucking grave, nigga. Like, nigga, I'm a real one, nigga. I don't play none of these puss-ass games. Like, who the fuck taught that nigga that shit that got him down there? And fuck anybody that got something to say about bro, because bro was a real one, nigga. Unlike you, nigga. Man, let me get the fuck off this shit. Y'all, man, let me go, man. Got time for this goof ass shit.
Yeah, niggas be doing some weird
Go
shit.
ahead. Yo, real quick, yo, he was, yo, we knew Free Free. He's a good brother, yo. He had a lot of knowledge, right? So yeah, we was building. You know, a lot of us was building in the back. You know what I mean? He's like one of the first ones, one of the originals. You know what I mean? A1 day one type brothers. You know what I'm saying? But he had his way to how he did it. You know what I'm saying? And we was building on trust because he was on that level where he was, you know, talking about resending the citizenship. But one thing I think that's why I get into my bag because I'm trying to get people to understand what happened to us over here. That's my whole goal. Like I'm not into all that paperwork, but I'm telling you what happened to us, what steps and what that citizenship shit is, because people don't understand what it is, bro. Real talk. They don't know what a citizen is, and it's not a real person, bro. That's a fucking company. If the company is a corporation, if the United States is a corporation, what does that make anything that's attached to you? A corporation, which means you are the de facto government created a de facto straw man to attach you with. It's de facto. So you're not coming out of the system. What you're doing is taking control of it. And that's what I'm trying to point out to people. You're controlling it instead of them. You see what I'm saying? So when you do things, you're doing things in a business mind. And they know a lot of us don't have a business mind. You know what I'm saying? But we're attached to it by default. You see what I'm saying? So we got to point out to them that we are the bosses of this entity, which is the U.S. citizen. Get through your fucking mind that the U.S. citizen is a fucking imaginary fucking toy that
That's
they're
just your
playing.
pass to do business. That's
Right,
your pass to
exactly,
hustle.
bro.
Here, man,
Exactly.
you free to hustle in this motherfucker, nigga. Go
Hey
ahead,
yo,
get your
but
money.
look, let me hit y'all with this though, because when A1 was talking about the Social Security, now I want to build on that because that Social
I'm about to
Security
get out of here in a minute,
don't
y'all.
y'all know?
I gotta
All
take
right,
care of some. I get back in the
give me 30
dojo.
seconds.
I get back
I
in the
got you,
dojo.
AP. Appreciate you, bro. Um, Look, bro, that if they made a Social Security number, do you know that you can make your own Social Security? It's called a CPN.
You talking
Now,
mine?
now,
Yep.
when you close the account, because you're closing the fucking accounts, that's what you're doing. And now you're stating that you're not using them anymore. When you authenticate the fucking birth certificate, that means you are the holder in due course. That means that birth certificate is now known as the original. You have the original property. You don't need it because we can write down in our Bible. I mean, we should write down about that's equivalent to that. But when they authenticate it, that means that they authorized it. When you do it, that means that you are the holder in fucking due course of that entity. Their all caps name is in law in a Styles manual as a corporation. We're not saying this because we don't know because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I study with brothers that don't even fuck with people in the public. You feel what I'm saying? Don't fuck with none of y'all because they know they ain't trying to go through all this shit, back and forth shit, because people don't understand. Understand what you're dealing with. Understand the system. Understand the United States. Understand what a citizenship is. Understand that this is a fucking imaginary doll they're controlling, and you must take control of it, bro. Stop using the fucking Social Security number, and you're good. You see what I'm saying?
When it's dealing with paperwork, though, it's not even that. I wanted to just say something about the freeway situation. You know, I spoke to Freeway damn near every day or every other day. Freeway was my man. Okay. I don't know. I was trying to contact Freeway for about a year or so. I don't, you know what I'm saying? He was going through something. I don't know if it was as a result of the individuals he was involved with. I was involved with them same individuals, and look, I'm maneuvering. I'm doing everything I'm doing. So it's like, it's up to, like, sometimes when it comes to a lot of this stuff, and like I said, man, I said it again, man, Freeway was my motherfucking brother. I spoke to Freeway, and me and him, most of me and his conversations was all dealing with law. It wasn't talking about. It was a little bit of Aboriginal shit, but because we both fuck with Law, I fuck with Freeway, and Freeway always, me and him always build, and he and some of the same individuals who I've been in contact with in the past. He been in contact with them too.
But
I
A1,
don't.
real quick, let me make it clear. Freeway knew what the fuck he was talking about. That dude was very smart, bro. You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He wasn't no dummy, so don't get it. I think don't get it twisted. Like he was not no
Ain't
dummy,
nobody
bro.
force him into nothing. I don't know
Yeah,
what I
bro.
don't know what
Yeah,
the situation, but
that's
it's
what I'm saying,
highly.
bro.
No,
And
no,
let me
I just
say
put.
this.
We don't
Let
know
me
what he
say.
was dealing with, bro. But he
Let me
was
say
smart,
this.
bro.
Let me
Very
say this
intelligent.
real quick. You know, that's my boy too. So rest in peace, Jay Freeway. I'm just gonna end it on that. A lot of people don't know. Anyone's guess would be speculations of how it came to his demise, man. Shout out to him, man. Rest in peace. Jay Freeway. But man, we got 313 people in here, man. I want to say peace and blessings. Love to everybody that's in here. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Purchase the pay-per-view for March the 17th. Not a coincidence versus Intention one. Information and link is in the description box. Make sure y'all get that pay-per-view. Also, this up and coming Saturday, March the 18th, Big Aboriginal Power versus Rob Bourne. Link in to that pay-per-view purchase is in the description box as well. Make sure y'all leave y'all email in both aspects. Make sure y'all go through the proper steps that's illustrated in the description box. Make sure y'all get those pay-per-views. Y'all gonna want to be there, man. But man, I enjoyed this build. I gotta get the hell out of here. Gotta get back in the dojo. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, hey, A1, AP, real quick, yo. I want people to understand this information that we dealing with will cause a depression because there's a lot of information, bro. There's a lot of hurtful shit that happened to our people, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
So do not take this as you don't talk to people. That's why I appreciate AP, A1, all these bro that got these platforms so we can talk, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because it will put you in a depressing state, bro. Don't be afraid to talk to your brother. We get upset because yeah, we dealing with some hurtful shit that happened to our people, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to end it with, bro. You know what I mean? Because
Yo,
I had to deal with that shit, man.
yo, AP, man, I appreciate you once again being a good sport, letting me up here. When he had asked me to come up here, I had asked, I wanted smoke on the definition of 1828 American. I want to debate about it and prove it's not acceptable. Brother Alabama and Truth came in here with powerful sentiments for unity. I love that, especially for niggas. And this is what I want to leave with. And like I said, thank you. Uh, when we look at the copper color races, the various races, the reason why we claim Moorish is because when we looking at civilization, we're looking at artwork, literature, your achievements. You know, are you a good athlete? How do you you know how do you react to other people when they're around? You know, that's what civilization is. And we believe, like for instance, the world fairs. When we research African American and Indian, we realize neither one of them are in the feds. So this is a distinguishing point. Who are who? Who is who? Did your people get denationalized? Did your people lose their stuff? What did your people lose? You see what I'm saying? We raising all these conversations. That's why we want to know exactly who is who. Now we got literature and documents of ourselves, and other people don't. That's why we just asking these questions, not to be divisive and mean. Okay, so now, last but not least, the main people who got nothing to show is telling us Moors is not from here. We want to simply know who these people are, because they might not be from here, y'all. Who are these people, right? We go back in the past. The Moorish people are the people getting renamed and rewritten out of history. Now we got a new group of people saying they got rewritten out of history, but they still telling us grandma never stopped being Indian. It's not adding up, man, right? Go into the buildings that's left behind. It has the names of the people representing at the World Fairs. The African Americans had to use Haiti to represent them. You can look it up right now. African Americans were stateless during the World Fair. So we know they didn't build it. Now the Indians, we researched them at the World Fairs. They was relegated to teepees and living on grass. That's why when we look at the word racist and copper-colored races, we have to distinguish who y'all people are. We claim the Moorish are the part of the copper-colored ones that we are the Moorish ones because we documented it and we proved it. We just want people to just let us know who they are instead of just pushing us to the side and bullying us. And I yield with that. Peace out to AP and everybody else.
Peace and blessings to everybody, man. Nonetheless, A1 Gold Culture, Credible Hawk, Alabama. Shout out to everybody else in the building, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Shout out to the Americans, the first Americans. Shout out to the American Aborigines. Shout out to the Tonchinists. Shout out to the American Negroes. You know what I'm saying? That might not rightfully know
Copper color grizzly.
who they are. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody. With that being said, make sure y'all be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, and we out. Peace.
See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back. Got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's